So do it. Oh. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, everybody in here? Just making sure. Alright, cool. We about to start the interview. Really?
I have some tour dates to tell you about. I will be in Idaho Falls, Idaho on June 27th. That's an added show. Salt Lake City on June 30th. Las Vegas, Nevada, July 5th and 6th. Wallingford, Connecticut on August 7th. And Bangor, Maine on August 9th. Those are all new dates. Get all your tickets at theovon.com/TOUR. And thank you so much for your support. Today's guests are probably the most requested guests that we've ever had.
Yeah,
and that's
for sure.
the truth. They're out of New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. You know that. And that's where we came to spend time with them, down here on Carondelet Street at the Maison de la Luz Hotel. They have a new album called New World Depression.
Chat box on.
Nobody's done it like they have. Nobody's fan base is like theirs is. Grateful today to spend time with the Suicide Boys.
Whoever watched it, how y'all fuck with it so far?
I've been waiting to bust these out.
You picked a good day.
Yeah, I might retire, man.
It fit fresh.
No, man, them you gotta do
for
that.
you, brother. Yes.
Thank
This
you.
is for you. Yes.
For Christmas or something, you gotta bring them bitches back.
All right.
Christmas or
Where you spend Christmas normally? You come back to Louisiana? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, family stuff?
yeah, every time. My family still lives over in Mandeville.
No, do they?
Big Mandeville.
Always. So was it Covington or Mandeville?
I grew up in Covington and I moved over to Mandeville.
I got you. Where at?
Should we save this?
Uh,
This stuff we want to save.
this part of the chat. Where we are.
Oh, we are? Roll it up, baby.
Yeah, I grew up in Covington, down by Lee Road or whatever. By this dude.
Yeah.
It was down
Lee
there.
Road
Hold on.
boys.
Oh, bro.
My bad. Hello? No. Alright, my bad. Thought I'd do something, but never mind.
A lot of people, dude. A lot of homemade tattoos, body work.
Yeah. They'll handle business and they'll bury you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, they got kind of BYO chiropractor shit going on, like that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, they'll
Yeah.
hook a like a winch to your leg and try to like a truck, you know,
My dad was in
like they
jail.
pulling you out the mud. They'll try to fix your hip like that.
My dad was in jail with a Lee Road boy, and it was his roommate, and that's I got it. He took care of him, bro.
Leroy.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he knew the ropes. He took care of him, but that's Blair. You remember Blair? Did you ever meet Blair?
Oh, yeah.
I did flooring with him and
Mhm.
shit when we first started.
Laying tile down.
Yeah.
Big
yeah.
Xanax.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, flooring is a gateway drug. I feel like, huh?
Bro,
How is that?
I went to that job sober
In
one day.
Louisiana, it fucking is. That's
I
for
went
sure.
to that job sober for one day just because I didn't have shit, bro, and I was assed out. So I went there sober for one day, and by lunchtime, I was willing to suck some dick for something.
Hey.
Straight
Some
up.
female dick, let's say that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
Yeah,
2024
yeah.
dick.
Yeah, Scrumptious is hard
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I
My
would
friend
definitely
had a
rock 'em.
joke of like how people in Louisiana, like blue collar guys, workers, they'll like verbally express their resume to you to hire them
wild
with their
what we
resume.
just
It's like,
said,
oh, I
though.
don't do pills no more. I do good work, like whatever, and that's like, that's how they get the job.
I'd rather hire if you do pills. They do better work.
90-degree angles only,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
One dude
They
told
on
me
it.
once.
They
I'm like,
on
well,
it.
yeah, that's what we expected.
When I was off that shit, bro, I was on it, bro.
Really?
Employee of the month.
Nuh-uh.
Depends on which specific one it was.
Oh yeah.
When I was managing a restaurant, Xanax was not my friend.
They were.
I let them do whatever they wanted.
I think that's where me and you differ. They were all my friends.
Yeah,
Really?
no, some were
yeah.
better friends than others.
Well, if you want to.
I mean, who was a better, or I don't know if there's a term for better drug user. I wasn't good at it. I was too sensitive with drugs.
Scott and I were both way too good
He
at
started young.
it. I started young.
I started young, and then basically by 16, I had my first pain pill. I was drinking before that, and every time I drank, I blacked out. Like, you know what I'm talking about. I couldn't help it.
So you would do it every time.
Oh yeah, every time. It wasn't like
Scott was balls to the wall every time.
Yeah, it
That
wasn't
was
like
it.
Yeah.
I had no control whatsoever. But I took my first pain pill at 16, and then from
Man,
then
16.
I was like, fuck, I want to feel like this every day. Like I get it now, because I grew up the way I grew up. I hated all that shit from just growing up how I did, and I was like, I'm never gonna touch any of that shit, and I didn't for a long time until I did, and then once I did, you know, it's like
Easier
I
said than
get it.
done, yeah.
I get it now. I get why. So from 16 on to 2019, every day, yeah, it was every day, balls to the wall. It started with pain pills, went to stronger pain
16,
pills, went to
2019.
heroin.
It's like,
Then the worst it got
that's 3
was
years, but
toward the
it's
end. Where I was just speedballing all day, like 20 Adderall a day,
And
20
Xanax.
Xanax a day to calm me down from that.
That's the Louisiana speedball.
Yeah, that's and then you know, whatever opiates we can get, fentanyl patches,
Oh, yeah.
whatever, dude.
Oh yeah, people will do pickleback heroin in
Yeah.
Louisiana, bro.
Yeah.
People will be like, what are you doing, bro?
Shit, that drug's always been super prevalent down here, especially in New Orleans. You know,
Yeah,
What about your first? Do you remember taking your first pain pill ever or no?
I do.
Wow.
I had surgery when I was
don't.
13. I had two screws put in my ankles for a skateboarding injury that I got into when I was 13, and they did surgery, and then I was prescribed Vicodin, and I would just like lay in my bed. The Vicodin pill bottle would be like above on my headboard, and like every few hours I was supposed to take one, and I got hooked. And after I got recovered and I started like being a teenager and being social and all that stuff, that's what I wanted to find was painkillers.
Oh yeah, I remember once I took a couple
That was Max
somas, bro,
Payne,
and I felt like I didn't have any arms for
Oh, yeah,
almost
dude.
half a day.
Well, like the Trinity is supposed to be
Yeah, the
a
Trinity.
Percocet, a Soma, and a Xanax. You ever seen the Pharmacist, that like documentary on
Yeah.
Netflix? That's
Remember how
all
they
like
had pill
Chalmette and
mills back
shit, like-
here?
Yeah, that's
Back-
y'all. Yeah,
Back
Pill
in the
mills.
day,
yeah.
that was the thing, bro. It was like 200 lower tabs, 180 Xanax, and 120 Soma. That was like the Trinity that they prescribed to everyone.
Yeah, oh, I remember they busted a mall Santa in Terrytown with like 100 somas on them or something.
Shout out Big Terrytown.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
A town full of so many Terrys, they named it after them. It's crazy.
Hey, bro. Hey, Terry will get your flooring, bro. Some dudes, they was so fucked up, they put flooring on the ceiling, bro. You like, damn, bro, this dude put flooring on everything,
Oh
bro.
my God, dude.
They'll floor your yard in Louisiana, bro. They don't
dude.
give a fuck, dude. They'll floor a baby crib. They'll floor it down, bro.
New tile. For
They'll
the baby
floor your
crib.
grandfather, bro. You
Yeah,
leave him
fucking
sitting
right.
around
The
long enough.
mausoleum's got new tile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking right.
that's crazy.
You guys, that's crazy. You remember your first pain pill.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy to think of how strong they are and how powerful they are, that's like a core memory.
bro. It's like a very euphoric, like it's like almost like a coming to Jesus moment. Like it's like this.
Yeah.
"Ah,"
Mine
which is
had
weird.
mine
I don't even
happened
think I ever
in
did.
a
And if
different
I did,
situation. My papa had passed away
I
when
don't
I
even
was
remember.
16, and me and
It had to
he
been
was
when I
like
was a
my
kid.
dad. You know, me and him were super tight. I love that man. And when he passed away, you know, I came across a pain pill.
Coping with the sadness.
Yeah, and I, you know, at that point, I was just like, you know, like this is too painful. I can't deal with this. Fuck it. And you know, he had his funeral that day, and for me, it had the opposite effect. Like I didn't get sick. I didn't get tired. I felt like great. I know. Yeah. I felt euphoric. You know what I'm saying? Like. I was running around the funeral. Everybody standing to give
me. You'll get a goddamn Emancipation Proclamation.
He only look. I will say to this day, I've heard it's the only eulogy with a trap beat behind it. So I am saying that's the rumor going around.
You just scream with that eulogy.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you think you would have been able to give that eulogy if you weren't on the pills?
No.
Wow. So that's.
I was too hurt.
I wonder if that's how. Like, I wonder if that. Was that like the first time you ever like kind of spoke like that?
It was the first time in my life that I was comfortable in my skin. That I felt like my whole life, I like there was something off. Like I didn't belong here. You know what I'm saying? Like I could never be comfortable in my own skin. That was the first time where that happened to me. I felt good. I didn't have a care in the world. And I was like, I made it a point. I told myself, I remember, I'm gonna feel like this every day for the rest of my life, and I that's what I set out to do from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep, and that's.
So how does music even get started then by you guys if y'all are already?
Well,
it's hard to get a pillhead to finish painting the baseboards, dude.
I'm probably the most productive.
If you hold pills above their head, you can get them to do anything you want. Anything you want, they'll do it. You know, and I don't know.
Our paths started differently.
Yeah, and it wasn't like we were so fucked in the beginning. Like it was very much a fun thing, and we were ignorant, thinking like that story that you hear about death and jail, that's not gonna happen to us because we're smarter than that. We know how to do this the right way. But you know, give it 10 years and we're at that point.
Yeah,
you know? So the music always came first. It was never drugs first. The music was always first, and then at some point it kind of the lines got blurred a little bit. But
yeah, so then who starts the music first, man? Because one thing that's crazy about you guys' music, I was listening to so much of it the past month, trying to like decipher, like, okay, is there certain beat, like, where did some of the sounds come from? Like little things. Sometimes I hear a little bit of like Bone Thug. Maybe I would hear.
We used to get that so much when we first started.
Did you really?
We used to get compared to Bone Thugs all the time.
But then sometimes I would be watching, I would almost think of that movie Gummo or something a little bit. Did you ever see that movie?
I've never seen Gummo. He's seen a lot of movies.
It's super artistic and like
it's really Bone Thugs.
It's very bizarre.
And kind of like off violent, kind of like. Yeah, I mean, even just looking at that picture.
It's disturbing. Like, it's a disturbing movie.
And I was like, this shit, it's like, it feels.
I never even saw that movie.
It's music, but it feels like a disturbance.
Check it out.
That's what you guys start, like, some of y'all stuff feels like that to me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to disturb shit.
Yeah, we want to disturb shit. We want to make people feel weird. We want to make people feel, I don't know, at first we were super edgy, like just saying crazy shit just to see reactions out of people.
Sure. Going for the shock factor.
Shock value, all that thing.
Yeah.
And
But you must have liked that. Like, there's a thing that you know what I'm saying? Like, we, like.
I just
for me,
I like pressing buttons.
Yeah. For me, I grew up on like 3-6. That was my biggest influence in
like
old Memphis. Yeah, like old Memphis music from like the 90s, and my uncle put me on that when I was like 8 years old, and I just got obsessed. But other than that, I came from more of like a trap music background, like trap house, dope deal,
that type of shit.
Yeah, all that shit, and then him from the punk background,
and like hip hop. I was on the hip hop tip.
Yeah,
I was like an old head at like 25 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I was bringing like boom bap. I was like, this isn't philosophical enough for me.
Hating. Yeah,
and then
that's where we differ also.
But he made me realize that I was taking myself way too seriously as far as like my taste in music goes.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people from New Orleans have like this elitist. Relate to that very
cool.
well, you know, myself. So I think we provide a place for these kids to feel like they're surrounded by their people.
Yeah.
And they come and they
community.
like, yeah, and it's like this emotional, like, they can like get their emotions out by getting in the pit or yelling lyrics, or like, you know, maybe you'll meet a girl there, you might meet your best friend there. I always like to think that after these shows, like these kids stay in touch and like
Yeah.
it's like whole community
Oh,
forms.
they do. I've seen it. They do, and I think they share a connection with us, which
for sure.
I love because I don't ever want them to look at us as. I want us to be humanized to them.
For sure.
Oh, it felt
If
like
that-
it, dude. When
you
I
know
was
what
there,
I'm
I
saying?
remember even going
Not
from
gonna lie, that hoodie,
backstage
though,
and being around the
Scrum
people
got on
that
is hard.
the night I was there, I think you guys had Shakewell.
Nashville?
Yeah, in Nashville.
Yeah.
And who else?
what year
Tall
was
black
that?
dude.
Germ,
Night
Night Lavelle was there.
Yep.
Shakewell, Cheddar
Cheddar
was there. We had Turnstile.
Boy, no, not that.
Puya?
Who you know? Not, and
He
he wasn't
wasn't
there. Yeah, Cheddar was there.
Mhm.
But I remember from even just the people that were backstage, the people working with y'all, to the crowd, I couldn't tell the difference between who the fuck was who anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't-
I accused 7 of people of being damn Shakewell and Cheddar.
Yeah.
Dude, I met 2 girls that look like Cheddar. And look, Cheddar's a handsome guy.
Hey, he's a good looking dude,
And
right?
they were pretty girls. But I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying, they were like, I'm just saying that it felt like all the same people. It just feels like, it doesn't feel like there's
It's uniform. It's like, yeah.
it doesn't feel like you guys are in like a superior place.
I don't ever want anyone to feel like I think I'm better than them. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that at all. I never want to be looked at as if I like punch down or anything. Like, I hope I would never put myself out there to be looked at in that light because I don't feel like I'm better than even the people that come to the show. Dude, I don't feel like I'm better than any of them. The people that are helping us at the shows and working and putting the sets together and
I mean, we
security.
thank them every night. We
Yeah.
thank the security and then the venue workers because it's true. Without them, it takes a lot of people to throw a show and to throw a tour. And it's not just all about the glitz and the glamour because people know our names and our faces. A lot of people put hard work into this. And, Scott and I have been able to remain humble throughout all of this. And we love meeting the fans and talking with them, but we do have our boundaries. And we've never been a dick to the fans except if they deserved it. I use that word loosely, but, kind of crossing that boundaries and imposing on our personal space a little too much to where we have to say something.
Yeah, sometimes you also have to have
I got into it with a commie in my comments the other day, like shit like that.
a communist guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He said he was gonna come take all my shit. So
And what?
Come over.
And
right, I had to let him know. Come
distribute it.
come try it. Yeah.
But dude, to take all somebody's shit, that would take 2 or 3 days, bro. You can't.
He told me
what I'm
I was
saying?
outnumbered. So
I don't know. He had an ex-girl. I'm sorry, this is too much, but he had an ex-girl take all his shit out of his house in a couple days. That was possible.
Oh yeah,
So.
it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
What
I was in rehab with
a
a bag of underwear, some shirts from H&M that Kyle bought me for rehab, and like fucking 10 grand left to my name, which sounds like a lot to some people, but I mean, at the time, bro, I had like $1 million house and what, $1 million, you would say, and that's what I was down to. So yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's funny because sometimes when you go to rehab and shit, people will pack a bag, and the most thing they put in there the most, bro, underpants, bro. They're like,
Yeah.
it's almost like it's important, but it's like, bro, at least help me.
I was like, I'll figure the rest out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You'll see somebody in rehab wearing like underpants as a shirt.
Oh, bro, I went to like Target before I went to rehab and just bought all cozy, comfortable clothes. I didn't give a shit. Like,
Ruby's in a bunch of onesies.
Yeah.
Relax.
That is something he would do.
I mean, you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. You don't have a phone. So what's the point in like trying to dress to impress? Like,
Ruby's got one of those portable fireplaces he got going on. Dude.
They had Roku's in the.
So when you guys first start putting the tunes together, then how does that kind of happen? I mean, I know there's a lot of lore out there, but I just want my fan base to know too, man, that, you guys are out of Louisiana. You guys have created this universe that's really super unique, man. Like, you guys' thing is, it's its own thing.
Thank you, bro.
It's its own fan base. It's its own... I never know who will be a Suicide Boys fan.
That's
what's
good.
fucking
That's a good
weird,
point.
bro.
It
That
trips
is-
me
it is
out too,
strange.
bro. I don't think we haven't gotten used to any of this either, bro.
No.
Like even coming here today, it was like really nerve wracking. We're really introverted. But as far as the music, I mean, when you say like how does it get created, are you talking about like from a creative standpoint when we get together and actually make the song, or like how did we get together and get to this
Yeah,
point?
you mean like the origin or like?
Yeah, I know you guys are cousins, right? I
Yeah.
know you guys
Yeah.
have that family. I mean, I even think that you guys look alike. People tell you that a lot.
Our moms are sisters.
Oh, yeah.
he looks kind of like my brother, but I don't think we've ever gotten compared.
No.
Us personally.
Maybe when we were younger.
Yeah.
When we were younger.
But it's just it's the kind of wildest sound or feeling or thing to come out of New Orleans. It's really interesting because you wouldn't think it. If say if you played you guys music for people from, you know, and they were like, where do you think this came out of? I don't know if they would say New Orleans.
Yeah,
you know?
right,
I don't know if they wouldn't.
Right.
I agree.
But it's just what you guys have is so unique. It's not mainstream. It's your own thing. It's huge. I mean, you guys play. You guys are playing arenas. You know, it's like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's kind of, it's all you. It's all you and your fans thing, right? That's
Yeah.
what I think. It feels like it's y'all's thing. It almost feels. I almost feel like an outsider even getting to spend time with you in a way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you and I are close, and I'm grateful to, you know, we're both from Louisiana, but and so I'm grateful for it, but still I know that that's y'all's world, right? And so I guess what I'm asking, like, how does that first thing start to kick off, and how do you know you're making something that you feel brave enough to put out there? Or were you just were you just kind of...
So he started off, like, he used to rap, and he was, you were in a lot of bands growing up. My path was different. I started off DJing when I was 13. I was listening to Q93, you know Q93.
Oh yeah.
And
bro.
DJ Rowe was on there, and he was it was the first time I ever heard someone blend two songs together, and it tripped me out. So my parents got me like this little $100 DJ setup for Christmas, and I started from there. Fast forward, you know, I'm DJing parties, all that, throughout high school. And
Oh,
then,
that was some fire, huh?
Friday, yeah, it went down. It went down. Kyle knows it went down.
People needed you then, bro.
We had some good times, bro. It was wild. Legendary times. And then 19, fast forward, I'm about 19, and that's when I got into producing and engineering, like recording people and mixing all. I never really wanted to rap. I would do it for fun, but I thought it was whack to be white and be a rapper. I didn't see too many out there that pulled it off good.
Yeah, you got to really know you can do it.
Yeah, so I was like, I always felt like my place was more behind the scenes. And then I made a couple mixtapes for fun while on like my off days when I was working at the furniture store. He reaches back out to
He was selling furniture, bro.
Weiner Court.
slanging used furniture at that. Yeah, bro.
Who was it for, bro? What furniture?
Weiner
place?
Court
Court.
furniture.
Yeah, Weiner
there
Court,
in
bro.
Jefferson.
Elmwood,
Yeah.
Dude, I rented some shit for fucking Weiner Court one time.
Yeah.
During Katrina, I had an apartment or something, and we put some furniture in there. Some Weiner Court, bro. And somebody, some dude stole, like, we had 3 ottomans in that bitch, bro.
Yeah.
Some dude took just the ottomans. That was a crazy thing, you know? You don't see a lot of just solely ottoman theft.
Yeah, no.
Don't.
Usually
Don't.
you can take the love seat, bro. Because who's going to lay on the floor and just put their feet up?
He must have been desperate, bro.
So that guy's a real adventure guy.
Yeah, I like it. I like his style. I wouldn't even be mad at him, you know what I'm saying? If you're just taking the ottoman, I ain't even.
So when people came in the door, you was showing the furniture?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Oh my, bro! If I could,
probably
that
high
would be
doing that,
my
too.
dream, dude. If I showed up and you got to show me.
I had the fade back then. My face had to be shaved. I had to wear makeup on my hands at one point because I got my hands tattooed, which ultimately got me fired. But I worked there for like 3 years. And then we were like, we would keep in touch with each other. He would hit me up, and I think it was around, it was when I got fired. I don't know if you had just graduated from Loyola, but he wanted to come and film a music video for one of my songs, which I thought he was trolling me the whole time. You know,
Wow.
like I was
said
like,
no the first time.
yeah, he's fucking with me.
I
But
said no.
he's the one that convinced me. He's like, nah, you're actually pretty good at rapping, bro. You should take this serious. And then from there, that's how we linked up. We did that video, and then G59 came about because that was like our little clique back in like high school, and even a little bit after high school. We thought we were thugs, bro. We thought we were gangsters and shit. And, it was everybody on the east side of Highway 59, and our color was gray. We thought we were banging and shit. We thought we were bad. And a lot of those guys either died from drug overdoses or got in trouble or some shit. So, but we kept the name alive by, like, we got together. We're like, all right, you know, let's.
The name was already there.
Yeah.
Why not make it
He was,
something?
Adi was the one that pointed that out. Like, let's roll with this.
Well, I just thought G59, Great 59 is a hard ass fucking name, and he was already repping it, so I figured we linked up. Why not just run with that?
Yeah.
You know.
Anything I missed? Like,
I was actually gonna say
besides your side.
No. I was gonna say it's funny because when he started making beats back in like 2008, 2009, he bought a MacBook, started making beats, and around that time I was getting really into like hip hop and currency and stuff, like being from down here.
Yeah.
And he was telling me he was making beats, and I was like, "Yo, can you show me how you do this? Like, I would be interested in learning." He's like, "Yeah, I got you." And he's like, "Show me how he does it," and he taught me how to make beats. It's just so funny that now we're still doing the same shit.
Taught his grandma to make beats.
Yeah.
So it just kind of evolved from there, and then you start putting on shows locally.
Yeah, we would book shows on like in the North Shore and Baton Rouge or whatever. Because all right, we'd be real with you, we knew no one was gonna come.
Yeah.
No one knew who the fuck we were. We were just starting out,
dude.
so we didn't expect anybody to come, and we would use those live shows as practice to see what is gonna work, what's not gonna work, the things we can do to fuck with the crowd and all that stuff. And at first,
we did a lot of open mics too.
A lot of open mics.
Wow,
we actually
open
won
mic
one of them.
Performing or just as comedy? No, as music.
It was
No, it was
music. It was like bands and rappers
to
and
win
all
like
sorts of shit.
$1,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Win
Third time we did.
$1,000 unlimited oysters.
And on our third time we did it, we won.
We won it. We just took all that money and bought T-shirts, like blanks, and then we just printed all our own T-shirts. And we would literally text people like, "Want to buy one?" And then Scott would like drive it to them and deliver it to them.
Yeah.
Bro, that's still what you guys, this whole thing feels like to me. It doesn't feel small like that, but it feels like that.
Well, dude,
because I'll see like fonts and things, and it's like I don't understand it because I haven't known the music from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, this is their world, but it's just beloved in that space, you know?
Yeah. And it's interesting that you say that because, fuck, what did you just say? Remind me what you just said.
About
yeah, you drove what you would drive over the delivery. That's
right. So it is in a way,
like
dude,
it still feels the same as
it is the same.
our roots.
You know, obviously
Right.
we're
Pretty
not
much
driving
is the
T-shirts
same.
to
They
people
just
anymore,
shipping
but
it.
Scott and I are still very much involved, very hands-on, and I think we fucking care, dude. Like this is our baby, and we love it, and it's loved us back, and we want to take care of it. And distancing ourselves from it because we've gained money and egos is not really something that we're interested in doing.
No.
We're very aware of that too. You know?
Yeah, this shit has saved our lives, bro. I don't know any other force or consequence that might have been powerful enough to make us even consider to go get help and get clean. You know what I'm saying? Because we had something to live for, we had something to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And not just the business, not just the label, but each other.
Yeah, it's bigger than us,
You
dude. I
know?
mean, we employ people, and
It's
you
way
know.
bigger than me,
Yeah.
him, and it's bigger than any of us.
And I
bro.
think that's something like he just said that we tell ourselves constantly to just keep ourselves down to earth, and you know, because it's easy, dude, to be successful and get caught up in yourself. It's easy because it's if anything, you have to fight that shit off. You know what I mean?
I'm sure you know, bro.
Well, it's a
know.
battle I've dealt with, and some days I win, some days I lose.
For sure.
Over time, it's gotten better. Yeah, and especially if you're hands-on, used to doing things, and that becomes a part of because you want everything to be perfect. Learning to let other people help you. And then your
He's
ego
speaking
can
fact.
build without you even noticing it.
Oh yeah.
You think like, oh, I'm just proud of myself, but that 95% of that cup could be ego. So
Yes, bro.
it's interesting, man.
It
Yes.
is. It is.
I think it's funny you say that though, Scott, like about the something saving you. Yeah, there's a lot of times where if I didn't have to I'm like, there's some temptation that'll happen the night before, and I'm like, I got a podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or I have a show to do, or I have some responsibility. I got to
Yeah.
get an edit from my producers, or one of them's waiting on an email from me or something, or I'm waiting from them, and it keeps me going.
Yeah, bro. I would have been, for a long time. I would argue that drugs kept me alive, because I didn't know how to live in this world. I didn't want to live in this world at all, but at the same time, didn't quite have the balls to take myself out.
It's a scary thing.
So I'd say that drugs kept me alive for a long time. I mean,
What made you in so much pain, you think? Like, what was
He
the
probably
tough
wasn't
part for you?
eating
you
nothing,
think?
just doing
Well,
that.
I think it was a mixture, dude.
That's the crazy
I think
part.
it was, like I said, just being born. Like I just feeling out of place. Like always, like something wasn't right.
Which is like a common theme with addicts.
Yeah,
It's, you know,
I
Like
think
I'm a
they've-
large in the worlds of fucking media,
Yeah,
but some
I-
of the
I
worlds
think-
of 7XL.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
I'm wandering around in my own shirt. I'm trying to find a neck hole, bro.
So I think and they've done a lot of. I mean, they've done a lot of work on this, and they know it's like genetics. I won't get into all that, but
Yeah.
part of that, and I think also, you know, the way I grew up, and you know, when I say this, dude, I love everyone in my family. I'll go above and beyond for any one of them, but you know, everybody was doing the best they could with what they knew how to do. But it was still tough, you know. It was some tough shit to grow up in, you know. So that didn't help. But I'll tell you the biggest thing, and I'll shut up. That way I don't get too overwinded with this, because I have a tendency to do that. But I always thought like this thing, like, okay, the drugs are not working anymore. They're not doing it for me. But this thing's gonna do it for me. Once we get to that place, whatever that place is in my head, whenever I get that thing, that's gonna do it for me. And then I got really suicidal when we got there, wherever there is,
And nothing changed.
and nothing changed. Now I feel worse, because if this don't work, what's gonna do it? And that's, you know, that's when I really started to spiral. And for me, and I'll end it with this, the answer for me has been getting involved in the 12-step programs. And it's been more of a spiritual answer rather than the material, you know.
Yeah, man. I remember I was in my garage. It was like probably 2 years ago, man. I was bawling, talking to my brother on the phone. I was like, nothing will save me. It was like, I got people that'll like me. I thought that's what was my problem.
Same.
If enough people like me, I'll like me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
And one day I was
Make
just
me
like,
emotional.
It's ass backwards, because
Yeah.
you have to like yourself first, and then the other stuff comes.
But it's crazy to think, man, you know, that's kind of the way that it could kind of process. And yeah, but I see you in the rooms, man. It gives me a lot of hope every time I see you.
Same with you, bro. Dude, I was
keep going, you know.
I was in
and the way you run your rooms, bro. And not to overtalk you, but it's like,
you're good.
you know, you have a lot of respect of a lot of people in there, and it's cool, man.
I've been blessed, bro. And for you, bro, I was yeah. They taste kind of shitty. You want a fresh one?
All right.
Come on, brother. Let me at least do you that service.
Yeah, bro, look. We can't be
Yeah,
popping
buddy.
pills, bro.
Yeah. We're going to nick it out.
You ready for this?
Everything.
It's cool so far.
He do for you.
I mean, it's more than cool, to be honest.
I've been wearing shady rays, you know it. I like to have some sunglasses on my face to protect me from the world, especially with the sunny season ahead. You're gonna need quality shades that are built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you.
I was 3 months sober, bro. Just living on my own. Just got to where I was living on my own in California, where I went got sober. And I came across your video on YouTube. That was my introduction to you. And it was why I got sober. It was that video. And then from there, you know, I watched that video, and you inspired me, bro, and you gave me hope. And then that's when I did a deep dive on you. Started watching all like your greatest hits and highlights and shit, laughing my ass off. But
That's funny.
that's
bro.
how I came to know you. But yeah, before we even knew each other, bro, you gave me a little bump when I needed it too with that video.
Dang, man. Thanks, bro. Yeah, it's crazy, kind of, I think, the connection that people get going through, like, if they're using or if they're recovering. It's like, on both sides of that, it seems like there's probably a lot of connection. You guys could probably speak to that, huh? You think?
What you mean?
Like, even on the using side, there's like a level of connection that keeps people.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Hold on, man. My bad. I'm back.
And that'll keep you in the act of addiction by, you know, you kind of almost. When I was buying pills and shit and snorting Roxy's, I never wanted to do them alone. And so I would share with everybody, and I was making money, so I could buy a bunch, and I would share with people that were my friends that didn't make as much money, and they were happy to get free pills, and I could like be in my dark shit, but not alone. And I think a lot of addicts are chasing loneliness. They're chasing, they're having trouble with self-acceptance, and I think finding your little group of like similar drugs that you want to do together definitely makes you feel like you're safe and at home.
Yeah.
And then the exact opposite happens when you get off of them too. You find your people that want to stay away from that shit, and it kind of strengthens your little community that you're in. You know?
Yeah.
What were some of the what have been some of the highlights? I mean, because you guys have a success that I think, like, a lot of people don't really know it in a lot of ways. A lot of people do, but y'all aren't a mainstream thing.
Yeah, it's
Like, is that offensive to say to you? It doesn't
No,
feel
not
offensive,
at
right?
all.
If anything,
Okay.
I kind of take offense to the opposite, that people do consider us mainstream, and I
Mainstream.
don't think we are. We are in maybe
I've been
how
saying that
popular
for like
we
a
are,
long
how many
time,
people
though. They're
listen to
not
us, but,
mainstream to me.
you know, you're not going to see
people like the
us.
gatekeep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
especially
that's-
our fan base.
Yeah,
they
they
love
like-
to
It's
gatekeep.
like kind
What
of
does that
numbers.
mean when people say gatekeep?
kinda
They feel
seem
like
like
it's
they
their
are.
thing.
Oh, bad.
You have to deserve
But I
to
don't
be
think
our
they
fan.
are for real.
Yeah.
It
You have
feels
to-
like that, though.
Yeah.
You know, every fan that we meet, whether it's like we're just out and about or we run into somebody that recognizes us, bet you he'll back me up. 10 times out of 10, they tell me that they've listened to us since 2015.
Yeah.
Or they'll say, I've been listening to you guys since y'all started. I've been a fan since 2012.
Or since
or
I
they'll
was in
lie.
7th grade,
Which-
and now they're 20 something.
Yeah, exactly. But the 2015 thing is funny.
Some of them still in 7th grade, too, bro. Depending on what parish they from, bro. No disrespect, dude. Hey, bro. I did 5th twice, homie.
Yeah.
We've been in there, bro. We've all done this little sentence, man.
No, but that,
Yeah, it is. It's their world. That's why even like with talking with you guys, it feels, since I wasn't there from the beginning, you don't feel a little bit of, you're like, oh, this is their thing. Even when I meet y'all's fans, it feels like that.
Yeah.
It feels like they're people that have feelings and they've been through something. That's what it kind of feels like. Y'all shows are real interesting, man, because it's such a it's such a kickoff, and then it's almost like running downfield the whole show. You know, it just feels like
that's a good way to.
it's intense, man. And the crowd gets going. I mean, there's a lot going on. You got the people up by the front, just like almost like it's like a big lung up there.
Yeah.
They're just
That's an
kind of
old clip.
like
He taught me
vibrating.
this early on, man. Like, we were doing a show. We were about to do a show in New York, and only 3 people were showing up. And me and some other rappers were like, "Fuck this, we ain't doing this." And he taught me a lesson early. He's like, "Bro, it doesn't matter if one person shows up or thousands. Like, you give that person a show." And ever since then, I've ran with that. You know, and it's like anytime I'm out there, like,
You did take to that.
yeah,
super well.
if these people are paying to come watch me perform, then the last thing I want to do is just sit there. You know, like I want
in your
them-
own self, yeah.
Yeah, and just like be still. I don't know if that makes sense, but I want to go out there and give them energy, like give them everything I got.
And like I said, dude, worst case scenario, one person showed up, it's a fucking practice. Like, you,
Yeah.
you keep you don't get rusty, you keep it going, because, you know, we'll tour once a year, really, 2-3 months at the end of the year. And the first few shows we do, it's we kind of like forget what to say, or we'll forget certain lyrics. We're like, fuck, dude, we've done this for 10 years. How are we forgetting this shit? You have to get back in the groove.
Yeah, you got to
And-
get back in the groove,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So you guys, now there's a new album coming out. What is it like to like evolve? Like, is it scary
I
to
just noticed
evolve?
what the
I think
dollar
about it
sign
even
said.
like in comedy and stuff. I'm like, what the
One say
heck?
5
Like,
and one say 9.
you know,
Man.
some of your like
good question.
people
Paying
that
attention to
listen
that
to you,
much.
they listen to you at a certain age, but they're getting older too.
Yeah.
Some of them are all different ages. So how do you try and apply to everybody?
I'm really glad you asked this.
That's a great question.
And how do you try to also apply to yourself at the same time?
So we might have 2 different.
I think it'll be, well, at
What you
first,
think, Rube?
I think at first we were scared to kind of change the sound up because the formula was working.
Yeah.
And we were worried about like introducing new stuff because what if they don't like it and this and that. And the more successful you get is like the scarier it gets because you think
Yes.
one wrong fucking move and it all crumbles, which isn't true. But we started experimenting, doing some like singing stuff or whatever, and people seemed to fuck with it. And then we got to a point to where we didn't really care if they didn't like it or not. Scott and I have been making this music for so long now that if we want to try something experimental or new, I think we deserve to at this point. So it can be a scary thing, but I think, you know, don't fear it and just do it and see what happens.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I agree 100% on everything you said. On a more, I don't know if you went through this too, but for me on a more personal level, when I got sober, it was like I was so scared because I thought my drug use fueled all my creativity.
Yeah, that was definitely a thought for sure.
Yeah, and so like for me, once I finally did start getting back into it, it was literally like learning how to walk all over again.
It is.
Really?
And the sound did kind of change as a result of that, beat wise, production wise.
More like
Yes.
less scary and
Yes.
sad sounding.
Yes. So
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
the evolution
That
of
shit
our
did.
us. Yeah.
That's a great point.
That's how I look at it.
What was it like? Like, if you're like on pills and you're deep out on pills, I never really got that out on, you know? If you're like Huff and Trank or whatever, I don't even know what some of the names are, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking Swamp Pebbles or whatever y'all buying out here.
Just
You
looking
call
for
it anything now.
looking for a
Right?
neck
Don't matter.
hole.
Oh, bro, they'll fucking have a tilapia flavored perk out here, bro. In New Orleans, they don't give a shit, bro. You'll have a fucking pecan crusted Zan bar out here, bro. You're like, what the fuck? Everybody wants to be a chef in this
That's pretty funny.
bro. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
You'll have a
Praline
fuck-
Adderalls. Yeah.
Oh, you'll have a bag of chaw grilled somas over here, bro. You're like, damn, this place is crazy, dude.
That's pretty funny.
Bro.
But what was it like making music when you're under that influence? Is it even possible to make music when you're like that kind of pill high? I don't know. So I'm
Like,
just curious. Like,
I
is
think that's
it
when they
just
made their best
possible to
songs,
just,
right?
like,
Oh, really?
listen back, or is it? Do you feel any creative? Was there
That's
any
when artists make their
creativity
best
from
songs when they do that,
actual
though, for
high of
sure.
that
I don't know
kind
if we work differently because I know sometimes you would wait until after we were done, but this was early on to smoke. Yeah.
Weed. It's I still smoke weed.
I couldn't go without it now either. You know what I'm saying? So we were constantly on it all day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like just feeling normal.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, it was
Don't you
kinda,
doze off and shit?
oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's like, look.
Well, how do you find it?
So
So
the
where you're
way-
both awake at the same time to make a track?
Cheddar.
When you take a Percocet first thing in the morning or whatever your Oxy, whatever it is, it's gonna give you a boost. Like I'll come out of that bathroom snorting something and I'm like, "What's up, motherfuckers?"
Yeah.
Like I'm like on one.
Yeah.
And then as you keep dosing, at the end of the day, it's kind of like when you've done
Yeah.
all day it, and that's when you start to kind of nod off. It's like your body's like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
tapping out.
For me, I was mixing so much stuff,
shit
so
pretty
much
much
Just
like
kicking
an
all
energy
over the
drink.
fucking place.
and down. But you can hear it in the music now. Sometimes we go back for laughs and we'll listen to some of the shit I made when I was like in psychosis.
What would you say is the most fucked up
and it's
you ever were for an album?
I Want to Die in New Orleans.
I think mine is.
Yeah.
I think mine is.
I hate that album.
Stop Staring is mine.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate that album. You did phenomenal on it, but I was so far gone, dude. I was literally in
You could hear it,
psychosis
yeah.
from doing so much speed and downers, bro. I thought Southwest Airlines was trying to kill me. I
You
thought
told me that story once,
yeah,
bro.
I thought Kyle took a life insurance policy out
Bro,
on me for 70 grand.
This motherfucker.
Yes, bro, that's the most New Orleans shit ever.
Bro.
Somebody takes a life insurance policy out for $700, bro, just for their their truck payment. That's the fucking most New Orleans shit, bro.
I remember that we were in New Zealand when he told me that he thought that they were putting a hit out on us.
Yeah.
He thought like
Now, what
I
do
had,
you say when he sits you down?
Oh, bro, I
Bro,
put them through hell,
look.
bro.
At one point, I was starting to get really impatient with it because like I was tired of explaining. I was tired of explaining that like this insane theory wasn't actually happening. I would one time.
I thought he had my phone tapped.
This was one time
That's
he
a
quit
funny
Suicide
story,
Boys
bro.
on Twitter. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, I remember.
And he,
I remember where I
at
was
the
at.
time, he had just bought a condo in Bradenton, Florida, outside of Sarasota. And I can't get in touch with him. Kyle can't get in touch with him. And we decide let's go out there. Let's just press him. Let's be in person. So long story short, we
I wanna
fly
go
down
back, I wanna
there,
read that.
rent a car,
Yeah.
drive to his apartment, and he doesn't expect us. He doesn't know we're coming. We go
Where I
upstairs,
find it.
and I knock on the door, and he's like, 1 second. I think to myself, like, man, I just flew out here. Fuck that. I'm not waiting a second. I was like, bro, this motherfucker.
Yes, bro, that's the most New Orleans shit ever.
Bro.
Somebody takes a life insurance policy out for $700,
My bad, I'm trying to go back
just
to
for
the
wanting
tweet.
to make their truck payment. That's the fucking most New Orleans shit, bro.
I remember that we were in New Zealand when he told me that he thought that they were putting a hit out on us.
Yeah.
He thought like
Now, what
I
do
had,
you say when he sits you down?
Oh, bro, I
Bro,
put them through hell,
look.
bro.
At one point, I was starting to get really impatient with it because like I was tired of explaining. I was tired of explaining that like this insane theory wasn't actually happening. I would one time.
I thought he had my phone tapped.
This was one time he quit Suicide Boys on Twitter. I don't know if you remember.
Done love y'all. Thank you for everything. Sorry it went out like this. Hope money. Hopefully one day I'll double tape y'all. When was this?
What?
Oh, I remember.
And he.
I remember where I
at
was
the
at.
I didn't
time
even
he
know
had just
about
bought a
this.
condo in Bradenton, Florida, outside of Sarasota. And I can't get in touch with him. Kyle can't get in touch with him. And we decide let's go out there. Let's just press him. Let's be in person. So long story short, we fly down there, rent a car, drive to his apartment, and he doesn't expect us. He doesn't know we're coming. We go upstairs, and I knock on the door, and he's like, 1 second. I think to myself, like, man, I just flew out here. Fuck that. I'm not waiting a second. I was like, bro, I'm here. What's up? Like, what's the problem? And he was like, give me a second. He had to go to the bathroom, do his little thing, he catch my drift. And then we came outside and he was ready to talk. And well, it's long story to say, I was trying to like see, I was like, is he fucking with me? Is he lying to me? Does he think I'm stupid? Or does he actually believe this shit? And is he fucking crazy?
Yeah.
So I had to sit him down and I was like, bro, this Southwest thing, do you think that the board, like the people on the board of Southwest sit in a boardroom? Southwest Airlines, and they discuss how we're gonna assassinate
funny
Scream
story,
from
though.
Suicide Boys. And he looked at me dead in the eyes, the most serious look on his face, and he goes, yes. And I lost my mind, bro. I took my phone and I threw it on I was trying to hit the grass, but I hit the sidewalk. The fucker sparked.
Yeah.
And
That pissed you off even more.
yeah.
I thought they were trying to kill me because my brother had bootlegged one of our tracks, and because he was bad off on dope, and sold it to this person for like
Rando.
$800,
Yeah.
but actually didn't give him the song
Right.
and just scammed him. And I thought the person he scammed was the son of somebody on the board of Southwest, and they were just gonna take me out.
To speak on the other,
Bro,
on the other side of things, I'm thinking, what is coming out of his mouth? Is it real or not? Come to find out, the story of his brother stealing a song and selling it is true.
So it's like,
And I'm sitting there, and I feel bad because I'm like been calling him a liar in my head and all this shit, and then I find out it's true. So then I'm like, all right, so is all of this true? I still refuse to believe that the board of Southwest is meeting to discuss his assassination, but
I had my brother and my family
that was a
believed it.
crazy fucking time.
Bro, I was very convincing. I had fans tweeting at Southwest Airlines on Twitter. I did. Yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
But that was toward the end. That
Yeah.
was like when I was really spiraling.
Fuck, dude. It's interesting though that you guys were at least had a close enough connection, because a lot of bands fall apart from that kind of stuff. A lot of
Damn.
groups, a lot of teams fall apart. Everything falls
We're
apart.
family.
I'm glad you
I don't know
brought
you
that.
know that, but we're family.
Right, but for you to go there and want to actually just to think, let me see what's really going on
Dude,
with
we've
them.
never even hit each other. Like, we've gotten in each
We've
other's
got
faces,
clipped, man.
ready to fucking beat the shit out of each other. And we've both been able, like, you're my cousin, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to hit you.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you right now, but I'm not going to touch you. Like, and it's gone both ways. And
Yeah.
I'd say that the family thing, which obviously doesn't apply to everybody, but we've been able to look at the fact that we're cousins and the fact that we provide for our families, which is a shared family, as a reason to never give up on each other.
Yeah.
If this was just one of my friends,
That's real.
I don't think it would have been the same.
No.
Like,
No
No way.
and that's good that you brought that up, because a lot of groups just don't make it in general, and doing business with family is usually not a smart way to go. But for us, I mean,
it's the only time it worked out.
yeah, I think it's just a
yeah.
unique situation, bro. We both got the same granny to
Mhm.
answer to, and she ain't nothing nice. You know what I'm saying? Like she
No,
done,
that's a
she
scary
done
woman,
FaceTime
bro.
me before.
Scary woman.
She done FaceTime me before, being like, "You making music without your cousin?" You know,
Oh,
like
that's
shit,
too
like
much.
pressing
Yeah.
me.
And I was like, and I'd have to call her and be like, Granny, I got it.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
gonna think that I'm like fucking venting to you.
Yeah.
Does she stay up late or no?
I don't think
Granny,
so. She's almost 80 now.
She was
so-
a bus driver for the parish, Jefferson Parish,
Yeah.
her whole,
West
pretty
Bank.
much her whole life. Yeah, bro. Drove me to school from kindergarten to high school.
Dang, brother.
Real working woman, bro.
A long
And
bus.
Wagaman.
She would
Wagaman.
manhandle like grown like seniors. in
Oh,
high
bro,
school,
yeah.
like-
She didn't
Oh,
want to fuck.
yeah.
I watched her.
I'm telling you, you don't want to fuck with that lady.
Oh,
She's
in
from Wagaman, bro.
Oh, come on,
No,
man.
they throw down.
The first seat, they'll have a crock pot going in that bitch.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro, they got lunch going in that bitch.
I made you pot of gumbo.
Bro, they'll just be giving that's back when the bus and I'm gonna just pick up a strange on that.
Yeah, bro.
You'd have two raccoons in the fourth row, bro. You know,
A fucking nutria, yeah.
anything in that bitch, bro.
Bro.
Dude, the bus people used to cut like it used to be like the green seat cover. Or might have, sometimes they were green and sometimes they were black. People would cut. I was just driving dope around the fucking
What
city.
the fuck?
Damn. I never thought of that.
Yeah, for
Oh,
real.
people would keep everything. They would slice it in the back of the inside.
It's funny, bro.
People would keep all kind of shit.
I was
in
too
there.
busy.
Crafty motherfuckers,
I was
bro.
too busy fingering girls in the back of the bus.
Hey, bro. Oh, you was in the 11th row.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That was really
I
that was the
never-
red light district of the bus.
Randy, put it on Q93. Yeah.
Q93.
Yeah.
Wild Wayne.
Yeah, dude. Remember Wild Wayne, bro?
Mm-hmm.
What were
Oh,
some of the
yeah.
things they would say on there?
Q93, boys. What's some
I remember
other-
when the Saints were going to the Super Bowl, Q93 hosted like some show at the Howlin' Wolf, and they had like that year, because the Saints were doing so well, everybody came out with the Saints song. You remember that shit? Remember that shit? And
Yeah.
They,
Oh, yeah.
Wild Wayne hosted this show. There's like all these Saints rappers out there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Look up Wild Wayne Q93. See if we could play even their intro.
I remember DJ Rowe would come on
Yep.
either 4 or 5 o'clock every day. DJ Rowe in the mix. Yeah. I pitched the idea to Wine the Court that they need to advertise on Q93. And they did it.
They did it?
They did it. Wild Wayne, all them came in.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Yeah, we was bumping, bro.
That's touch.
Damn,
Oh,
this is
dang,
2002,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We was
Crazy.
selling the shit out some furniture after that.
Did y'all was there some moments where you guys got to connect with some local artists when y'all started coming up, or how did that kind of
Never.
go?
Man,
And
I
we've
ju-
gotten. I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead,
This
bro.
city fucking hates us, bro.
Yeah.
They do.
we don't get no love.
We don't get any love from the city. Not from people in the city. Artists. Nothing.
we
It's
don't
interesting.
We're not even
Yeah.
doing a show this year in New Orleans because we don't feel love, and we're kind of a little annoyed.
Yeah, we got out of every arena we went to last year. New Orleans absolutely treated us the worst.
Like garbage, dude. Like we were
It was-
doing, like they were doing us a favor. Like,
Yeah, I was actually like mind blown by it. But
And what is it? Do you think? What do you think some of that is? You guys, you guys are something so different.
right.
I don't know if that has something to do with it.
I
but
think people get turned off by the name.
Yeah.
Suicide Boys, and I know that like
There are a lot of
That's
T.
people.
fact.
Loomis doesn't fuck with us because of that.
Yep.
But what a lot of people don't understand is it's not.
Because it's pretty weird.
You know, it might have started off as like
I mean,
a
not
way
to me, but
say stupid
other
shit,
people,
but it's
sure.
definitely become a thing that people relate to, and it's become an important part of some kids' lives. And you know, Scott and I want people to do well. You know, we're not like
Yeah.
trying to like tear people down. So it's funny how people get the wrong idea.
I'm glad you said that because we never intended. We never had like this grand idea or intention for it to turn into this like community and turn into
No.
what it, or like have kids being like, yo, you saved my life, or like the emails that Kyle and them get.
Fan letters,
Yeah,
like, all sorts of shit.
so I think if people were to dig past the surface, you know, they would see. But I think that also goes into like, this is bigger than us, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
it's real interesting, man. I get more requests for you guys than anybody
Really?
ever.
Really?
Dude, if it
I feel like kind of.
Bro, like I said, when the last time we did an interview,
man,
bro.
that money sign.
Oh,
the
yeah,
big when they
yeah,
send
yeah,
me,
yeah.
bro. At first, I thought it was people just
What's
trying to
his
get me to send them cash app. I didn't know.
Sending money to OB.
Yeah, the first 1,000 I got, I'm
That's
like,
funny.
who the fuck is this guy?
Damn, what's
This
the last
dude,
interview they did?
They must really, they running a GoFundMe for this group.
Yeah, be hurting.
But then I was like, oh,
No, it wasn't,
damn,
no, it wasn't.
everybody
That was the
wants to
last
see
one you
these
did.
guys.
There's one thing you gotta know about Jeep lighters. They got a lot of really cool designs and textures.
This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about sex, guys. Wienering. Guys, remember the days when you were always ready to go? Now you can increase your performance and get that.
I didn't see it.
I called it. I was struggling to stay up, bro. I go to bed. I'm like a grandpa.
It is sponsored by BetterHelp. Did you guys did y'all watch the Poirier fight? You guys watch UFC?
Yeah, I did this weekend. Did you catch it?
I didn't see it.
I called it. I was struggling to stay up, bro. I go to bed. I'm like a grandpa now ever since I got sober. But
I mean, it was late as hell. We were there.
Yeah.
He didn't go on stage or whatever till 12:30.
I watched it, man. Yeah, I was rooting for him, bro. And
The Lafayette boy.
Yeah.
I think he did great, bro.
Me too.
He
Who
did
won? I
great.
don't even know.
He lost.
Islam
Lost.
won.
Yeah, Islam won.
What was in it? What by a chokehold?
Yeah, but
then?
it was so close. It was in the 4th round.
But if this was a crawfish eating competition, you know who would have won.
Yeah, all day.
Look, he's almost shaped like a crawfish right there,
He
getting
is.
out of his. Dustin didn't win, but I really didn't feel like he lost. I mean, this dude, everybody thought this dude was gonna roll. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to say that. Safe to say, Nick, huh? People thought that Islam was gonna beat him because he beats everybody.
Yeah.
And Dustin took that dude.
So he put
He's
up
a
a good
dog,
fight,
bro.
Yeah,
Dustin is a dog, bro.
He
you gotta
fought,
be, bro. You gotta be.
and you could tell, man. It's just interesting the different ways a lot of people used to express themselves. You know, like if it's music or comedy or art.
Well, we've both gotten into training, boxing.
Yeah.
We've been doing that for the past couple of years, and
Yeah.
bro, that in itself is an art and a science and something to be respected. So now when I watch this, I have a whole different. I grew up watching it with my papa anyway. He was a boxer, but like I watch these guys, bro, and the amount of respect I have for them.
I want to get into
Just in the
kickboxing,
little
but at the
training
same
that
time,
we do, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
to do it.
fuck,
It seems like
these guys are built different.
anything you watch, skateboarding, boxing, whatever it is, it seems easy. Then once you actually get in it, you realize, oh, this is not easy.
Good
You throw
point.
4 punches and you're winded, and you're like, how the fuck these dudes do this for
Yeah.
9 rounds? Like,
Good
Oh
point.
yeah, this is him at the end. I think we can play this.
And I'm not 100%, but if this is my last fight,
No.
I wanted to dedicate this journey to the people who made me the man I am, and that's the women in my life. To my grandmother,
Hell yeah.
I miss you every day. And I know I'm still protected by your prayers.
Hell yeah.
To my mother, we've had a crazy life. I love you, thanks for always having my back. And to my wife, I love you so much. I wouldn't be standing right here without you. And babe, Jolie, I don't know if I'd be breathing, honestly, if it wasn't for you. And to Parker,
Wow.
Daddy's mine, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. We all right,
Oh,
baby.
it's so funny, dude.
Always
Yeah.
chase your dreams.
What a beautiful moment, man.
Really cool.
You're an incredible man, Dustin Poirier.
you see, that's his last
Thank you
fight.
very much for everything.
I hope
I'm
not.
not sure. He's a
Man.
fighter, man. I think the thing about him, he just like, even if he don't get the W, it's like there's something about him. He shows up to fight.
Yeah.
And that's what I think everybody can relate to. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, I can go fight. You know, I can fight through another day in my life, whether it's just feeling okay
Yeah.
or.
Well, when he was talking in the post-conference interviews, he was, you know, bringing up the uncertainty of his future. And anytime lately people bring that up, it makes me think, you know, about us and
What we would do.
yeah, and what's next.
I think
and,
we should just give up music, train for 10 years, and then we can put on our own headlining fight.
I'm about it.
Me versus you.
I don't want to
La,
do
la,
that.
la. We can pull like a Sopranos, and right as the fight's about to start, it fades to black. Got that money.
Oh yeah,
You know, we're out.
Now that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not gonna
brilliant.
hit you, bro. I just told him I'm not
That's,
gonna
yeah,
fucking hit
that's
you.
brilliant.
Y'all
That's
could fight
brilliant.
somebody, maybe the Yin Yang twins. How old are they?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have said that. No, now they're
Yeah.
going to remember.
Bro, they have one of the best Cribs episodes ever.
See, he definitely
The
could have
Yin
got
Yang
niggas
Twins.
with that.
They're just like shouting random noises like the whole
Oh
time.
yeah,
That shit was so entertaining.
That's it.
Yeah, they got well, the Saints took their song, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always thought that was kind of weird. You know, some
It was
ATL
interesting.
boys.
K Gates.
Or
K Gates took the beat and made it into the we yelling who that, who that. Said it gonna
Oh,
be
really?
Damn Saints.
oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think there was like some copyright issue.
That's them?
Yeah.
That's Yin Yang.
So
Mhm.
K Gates took it and
He
made,
made the hook
a
is like
version.
who that. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Ah.
But at the game, you'll hear the Yin Yang Twins version.
Yeah.
But New Orleans is a lot of unique. Bro, I was walking down. This is how we even got this art. I'm walking down the street when I saw, going next door to get a coffee. I was thinking, man, it would be cool if we had some neat art. The dude sitting outside blazing with his homie.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's Louis Armstrong, I
This-
think. Or
this-
somebody. It's a jazz player.
This dude Tyrell Shaw, and
there he
this
is.
is his art, man. And he's like, I was like, dude, I'm about to chat with the Suicide Boys. You want to put a piece in?
That's cool.
He's like, yeah, man.
That's fire that you put them on like that. I respect that.
It's supporting local art, baby.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what.
I'm not gonna lie, I was
that's
looking
the
at
thing
that page
about
the
New
whole
Orleans. I mean,
time.
you could walk half a block.
You'll see talent in the streets.
You'll see you'll
Yeah.
either get You'll either
Hold on. Hello. Hang on. No, I'm gonna go right now. I was just doing something real quick.
disappear in a pothole,
Shit,
bro.
we got no love in
You
the
will
beginning.
disappear in a pothole.
We was
bro.
handing out mixtapes, and them bitches were going in the trash. Right
Bro,
after.
actually, I'm gonna tell the LSU story.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Scott,
fuck.
when we first started like recording and making music, really first attempting to do this shit, we made a CD for him, a mixtape for him. We got it printed, made 500 of them. I made the cover for him. La la la. We go, what are we gonna do with this? Let's go to shows and colleges. Let's go hand this shit out.
I
Old
gotta
school,
put these
right?
shades on for this one.
And this is also like in 2013. So we're going old school. We go to LSU campus. We're staying with my brother because he's going to school there at the time.
Wow. So y'all didn't go hand shit out?
Oh yeah. And we
Yeah.
go in like that big part of the campus where like all the traffic, all the people are walking by. It's like in between
Oh, yeah, the
classes.
quad.
Me and Scott handing out CDs. Like, oh, you fuck with rap? Check this out. Whatever. Bro, first of all them CDs ended up in the trash. Like every fucking one.
Yeah.
We turned around 3 feet away from us is the CD on the ground.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing that happened that day was, I love this part. It was some girl, this like nervous freshman heading to class, bunch of books in her bag. You could tell she's like kind of on edge. She's riding her bike, and she comes in front of me and Scott and
For real?
rolls over his shoe. And Scott, well, we both do, but Scott loves white shoes.
Say
You
scrim
know, the thing
pistol.
with white shoes is don't fucking scuff them, like keep them clean.
And don't ride a bike.
Not gonna lie,
Don't
you
ride a
gotta
bike
keep
over.
it. I gotta pay attention.
And
man.
Not
Dude.
asking much.
Hey,
he flipped out.
that's funny.
And I'm just like laughing the whole time because I just thought it was
Did
funny.
not
He was
peep
like,
that.
what the fuck? And this girl looks so scared, bro. And you gotta understand, this motherfucker still looked like this back then. And she took
definitely
off, bro, did not look back. And I'm just like dying laughing, like the white shoes, man.
He's like, I'll floor your whole fucking
Yeah.
house,
Bro,
lady.
I lost count of how many fights I got in growing up over
The shoes.
stepping on people's
Yeah.
shoes, bro.
it's a sign of
That's
disrespect.
how we met. That's how me and Kyle met at Fountain Blue, because this dude was cutting the line. I stepped in his way. It was exam week. I was starving. It was chicken tender and
I'm about to
macaroni.
say it's chicken tender day. Like,
Yeah,
Oh, that's the
chicken
biggest day.
tender
We just had a
day.
lunch lady on. That's the biggest day.
Fuck
Here he
yeah.
come. He's cutting the line with his homies. I'm like, nah, this ain't happening
Ain't
today,
doing
bro. I
that,
step
bro.
in the way. I step on his shoes. And then, next thing I know, I'm fighting him, both of his sisters who were built like linebackers, and a couple other guys.
A lot
And
of
that-
shouldery women in that area.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of
Oh yeah,
shouldering
and that's
women.
how me and Kyle. That's how we met. He was like, "Yo, come roll with us from here on out." Because
You went to Fountain Blue.
so check this out. When I first moved up there,
I love this.
I was
Because that's in St. Tammany Parish. That's,
so yeah.
yeah.
So look, I grew up on the West Bank, bro. I'm Henry Ford. I'm used to.
If I
Metal-
may-
yeah,
if I
go
may,
ahead, go ahead.
I just want to set you up.
Yes.
You know this, but for our audience, you know, the Mandeville is the area of like the families where that wear all white and take family portraits at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
Mandeville's,
vibe.
yeah, it's fancy.
That's the
over there.
vibe. Yeah, yeah. So my bad. Continue.
No,
It's
thank you
fancy.
for that.
And West Bank is definitely different, bro.
Oh,
There's
it's
a lot of
way
places.
we
grimier.
doing what we gotta do to get by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
way
you'll have a
grimier.
fucking you'll have somebody get buried in an oyster
Yeah,
half shell or
yeah,
something
yeah.
over there. You'll
Yeah.
have they got some couple cuties over there in tall timbers. I know that, but
Yeah.
otherwise,
Yeah.
it gets a little bit. You never know, bro. You'll have
Yeah.
a dude have his eyes taken out of a couple dice put in.
No,
his hand,
100%.
Type
100%.
shit,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, all day.
So
So
Scott's coming from that area.
I moved. Yeah. So
Scott's moving in.
Yeah.
our neighborhood's getting really bad. We just had my youngest brother. My dad's like, all right, I'm getting there. I'm getting the family up out of here. Moved to Lacombe, right by Mandeville. So I go to Fountain Blue, right? I show up there. I got cornrows in.
Mhm.
I got a big tall tee. Remember tall tees? I had the big
Yeah.
tall tee on. I had some Jabos that's about as baggy as these pants.
Oh Lord.
And my bus driver was black. And even him, when I walked in the bus, he said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
So alien just landed, bro.
That's the first thing this man tells me on my first day of school to ever get on the bus, 5 in the morning. He said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That's a long shirt you was in too.
So
bro.
I'm like-
Scott got on the shirt. It took a few more seconds. The shirt.
Yeah,
It
came
did,
off.
it did, it
Yeah,
did.
somebody behind him, like. what the-
Yeah. So I sit down and I'm like,
Dun, dun, dun.
then I get to the school. It's 2,000 white kids, bro.
Oh yeah.
So you want to talk about culture shock? I was like, I thought I landed on another planet.
Hey.
Yeah. I thought,
They thought another-
good point, bro. No one talked to me for a year.
Oh, I could see that, bro.
I was
Just-
by
yeah.
myself
Judging,
for a
you
year,
know.
Asbestos
and
fear,
it took
probably.
me. It
Yeah.
took me getting into a fight for Kyle and them to be like, "All right, you good? Come on."
Damn.
And then so that's
That is a way to prove yourself.
That's
like,
the
to
short
show that you
version
don't
of the
fuck
story.
around, you know?
yeah.
There's something about walking around a school though when nobody talks to you that you create this own universe in your head.
Oh
bro.
yeah.
My high
Like, it's
school.
I
Sorry,
was
go
on-
ahead, go ahead.
No, it's like a first person game. It's like you're living in a first person shooter world.
Oh, yeah.
then,
It's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
I was
I'm
gonna
glad I
say,
never had
you
that experience.
My experience in high school, I went to Jesuit. It was all boys, Catholic, prep school, whatever. And I definitely did not fit in that school. To this day, if I
I
say
didn't know you went to Jesuit.
See, when I say I went to Jesuit, people are like, "What? You went to Jesuit?" And I got involved with drugs early. I was like 14.
Earlier than me.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that story too. I was like 14, and I was like, I'm gonna try it all, because I just tried weed and it wasn't as bad as they said it was. So I'm gonna try it all. I'm gonna fuck bitches. I'm gonna do crack, all that shit. I did it all.
Oh yeah, I love how those are the two. That's the crazy
Fuck
thing about
bitches and
drugs.
smoking crack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because those two things really don't go together, actually. But anyway, I like spread this rumor about myself. I was snorting heroin on my desk in geometry class.
Oh yeah.
And I did it because I got off to like how everybody thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I liked people thinking I was crazy. So I let the rumor spread. When they got back to me, it was like, oh, Adi slangs crack downtown to pay for his high school, la la la. That's like what they were saying about me.
That's pretty
And I
sick.
confirmed
That's
all of
sick,
it.
dude, to pay for your own way to private
Yeah.
school.
Well,
That's
why would I do
fucking
that,
sick.
first of all? Second of all, I
True.
confirmed it all. I was like, yeah, all that's true. And let me tell you something, bro. No one fucked with me. Like, everyone let me be. They thought I was cool, whatever. And that was my way of, like, getting all those guys to fuck off, you know?
It's an entrepreneurial thing,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Man, that dude is.
Yeah.
It's always been like
It's
that.
also, like, doing the most for, like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun time. Though, bro. Yeah, we used to always hear stories about Lil Wayne driving to school. Did y'all hear that story? That Lil
I
Wayne,
believe it.
like somebody got him a car when he was 14. He didn't even have a license,
I believe it.
and he would drive to school when it was
Yeah,
like
wasn't he like famous at 14?
Hummer. I don't know, whatever was hot at the time.
Fucking prowler.
Yeah, something like that. And he would drive in park by the teachers and shit, and, it was like, and nobody said nothing.
Yeah,
that
what
was
you
like a
gonna tell
rumor
him?
that we always heard.
Shit, that dude was famous since he was 14. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
And in Juvenile, they used to have a rumor he chased a woman with an ice pick.
That wasn't a
over there.
rumor. I'm pretty
in,
sure that was
in
real.
my,
On the North Shore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the neighborhood I live in.
I remember, like,
So as a result of that, when
At
I
least
was
name a road after him, bro.
well,
They gotta
check
give him
this out. When I was
respect.
when they found out I was moving in, the whole HOA had a meeting about a rapper.
oh, just recently.
No, when I first moved into that neighborhood a couple years ago,
Okay.
they had a meeting about whether or not we like this rapper moving in. But I mean, little do they know that. I mean, dude, I'm so low key, bro. Ain't
It happened to
shit
us
going
too when we had recently moved
on.
to
Oh, Florida too.
Yeah, and they found out these two rappers were moving into the neighborhood,
Not
and they
happy.
threw a fucking fit, bro. They were not having it, and then we move in. They realized we like are quiet, nice,
Yeah, bro,
friendly
so
guys.
boring.
Yeah, dude, I was like picking up my neighbor's kid from his school, like the other day. Yeah, bro. Like,
Well, I think there's been a history of like, I mean, you had like, when I was in college, Master P would come over to the rec center and shoot ball.
Oh,
And he
really?
would come with Silk, and he would come with,
that's
Shout out
fucking
Silk.
sick,
yeah. He would come with,
Right,
Silk's
right.
still in jail, isn't he?
No, see, Murder's still in jail.
See murder, yeah.
See, Murder would come with them, and they would have all kind of guys over there. But then some of those, yeah, like See Murder went to jail. You had Juvenile went to jail for a while. Then BG went to jail. I think
Yeah.
there's so much history of a lot of New Orleans
Yeah.
rappers, like Mystical went to jail.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you have a lot of that culture. I think it probably
Damn, I didn't even put all that together. Like how many New
it gets
Orleans rappers?
fearful for a lot of guys.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Boosie was in jail for
A long time. Like, what, 5 years, 4 years?
yeah, 8, I think, maybe 7.
8? God damn.
I mean, when you think about that,
That's
Well, that's
crazy.
why Boosie moved out, bro. That's why he
BG
got
was in
out
jail
of
for like a
here.
decade. With
I
your
know.
dad. Like, they were in the
Oh
in
yeah,
jail
when my dad
together.
was
Really?
in that, yeah, BG
No
was in
way.
there.
His
Yeah.
dad told us a story about his dad was in St. Tammany,
That's
and
dope.
so was BG.
Not
Apparently
really,
BG
but-
one day just got fed up. Because imagine being a rapper, you go to jail, how many people are trying to freestyle to
Yeah,
you?
oh my God.
You know, like put me on, whatever. And apparently,
put
one,
me on and I'm in jail.
They
Yeah,
did it
put me on.
downstairs, just walking in here, they were doing it. But go
there you
ahead.
go. Exactly. So apparently, BG one day makes an announcement to everybody saying, if one more motherfucker comes up to me and freestyles, I'm going to have a big problem. And they said, okay, bet. And they just beat the shit out of him anyway or
Yeah,
something like that.
it was-
First, I don't know.
yeah.
Your dad was in St. Tammany?
Yeah, he was in St. Tammany.
For
He
like 8 months, 10 months?
6, I think 6 months. It was a
Oh,
DUI.
we shot your first video. Like, that week
He got out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so fucking crazy.
Wow.
It was like his first day out video type shit.
Did you be in did you guys' success give him like any clout in the pen? Did he say or anything like that?
That was way
before-
after.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was before. That was like actually right before we
Got started.
we linked up
Yeah.
and stuff.
Do y'all see that Rick Ross car show, man?
Mm-mm.
No, I know he's been. Yeah, I know he puts one on.
He put one on in his front
You trying
yard.
to go?
I think it just happened. I saw that Boosie before. Look at this. This is his
What?
front yard.
Hold on, I gotta put my prescription on.
That's his cars?
No, people bring their cars, bro.
So
about
they
to say.
pay to buy
car
tickets
meet?
to go to this.
Oh. They probably got some crazy whips out there.
Bro, there's a couple.
Damn.
This is Miami?
Looks like Atlanta, maybe.
I think it's yeah.
There's one.
Damn.
That's pretty wild. I've never seen no shit like that before.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. See if you get the one with the horses, bro. When you roll in, they got
Oh
Horses.
yeah, that's. I think that's Evander Holyfield's house.
Yo, what is that? A fucking Ferrari?
Yep.
Just as a horse trough?
What
Like,
the fuck, bro?
They got horses eating straight hay out of Ferraris, baby.
out of a horse, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's more
Bro,
horsepower,
people just be
bro.
thinking of how
Yeah.
to flex.
That's
bro.
horsepower right there.
Bro, that's kind of like a wild. That's a
People be coming up with the craziest ways
you
to
have
flex.
to now.
Yeah,
You have to.
bro.
How much bigger can chains get? How much more expensive can your cars
Yeah,
be? You gotta
yeah.
start doing crazy shit.
yeah. Look at this guy. All these speakers. This dude. This was wild looking.
Bro, is that fucking Toyota? You know what I'm talking about, those SUVs?
Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
FJ.
FJ,
Well,
yeah.
put that full
That's
blast.
crazy.
It,
Damn.
you
With
bust
the
it.
Dolphins colors.
Dude, my dad
That's
used to have a
hard.
Cutlass. My dad bought a Cutlass from a couple brothers that live around the corner from us when I was a kid. I've told this story before, but I only have so much stories. But, and my dad was probably 80 years old at the time, right? So he buys this bitch. It had 22s in the trunk, right? He has no idea. He can't even fucking hear. So, bro, he would take.
Subs?
Yeah.
22s?
Bro. So
That's fucking huge.
Oh, bro, it was huge, bro. He got
Holy
it.
shit.
How
I
the
think
trunk closed, bro?
the dude had to get rid of it quick, bro. So my dad ended up with it, dude, and he would take us to school, bro.
Oh,
and that
yeah.
thing would just
What the fuck?
bro. My brother got braces and bitches fucking shot.
What were y'all listening to?
NPR radio,
Fuck.
the news, bro. Cloudy,
bro.
80% chance of
Yeah.
rain.
That thunder hit, though. That thunder hit with them 22s.
Yeah.
bro.
Dude, on Q93 though, it would be crazy because even the weather was like, we got a fucking
Yeah.
30% chance of it
Yeah.
being hot as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It would always be like,
Yeah.
damn, this is an adventure,
That's
bro.
crazy. 22.
It might be raining, bitches. Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all stay woke.
Yeah.
It was always like the weirdest weather report on Q93, man.
Yeah. A little bounce beat going behind.
Oh
it.
yeah, it would always
yeah.
be something, bro. And B97, that was another one they had before that.
U97 was more like top 40, but
Yeah.
like because it was New Orleans, they also did like some Hot Boy
What?
shit. And like
What Mark involved in
Yeah.
B97?
Kyle's dad was GM.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who's here with you today? Just so I know, so we can reference them.
Yeah, yeah. That's
This is our management, Kyle and Dana.
Kyle and Dana.
Yep. Yeah, nice to see you guys, man. Respect.
As much as they try to stay behind the scenes, we always make sure they get seen at
Yeah,
least 3
like-
times.
But y'all's whole world is like that, man. Everything is what I'm saying. It just feels like it's y'all. It feels indie.
Yeah.
But not in a bad way. It feels like, yeah, it just feels like it's y'all's world.
It is.
Even that little thing right there. It's like a lot of people don't have their management
yes.
coming. If they do, yeah, they're in a suit or something, and it's it just feels like
It's family to us, bro. Everybody around us.
We've been
is-
through so much with these guys.
Yeah.
Us, our 4-person team right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
through a
yeah,
lot.
like some people, like Will Smith was gonna come on,
Come on.
but he had some issue. What was it? Was like. Like there was things where like we couldn't you couldn't ask about it, so it was almost like then you're just an advertisement for like a movie or something that they're
Yeah.
doing,
Did he not want to
Yeah.
ask, talk about the slap?
Right, yeah, or
Probably.
even you couldn't even ask it. And I wouldn't have said like, hey, what do you hit a guy or something? I would be
Yeah.
like, maybe what's been going on in your life that's been hectic for you the
Yeah,
past
yeah.
couple of years. Just talk about like what makes you feel like that.
Yeah.
I don't need to know like the detail. It just seemed like he would be having a tough time probably.
Yeah.
Unless something was going on between them guys, but a lot of times too, it's the agents that'll say that shit, and the artists or whatever don't have any clue.
Yeah.
It's
right.
just how they want to control and pop.
Nah, we're all.
Not us, dude. We talk all the time. Everybody's on the same page because a lot of things didn't happen because of communication being fucked up.
Yeah.
And from all of us, like we all have dropped the ball at some point a little bit with communication. So now, the 4 of us, that is the most important thing is communication and trust. It's with any fucking relationship. Like,
Yeah,
doesn't
it's-
matter if it's professional, romantic.
It's hard to find people to trust, bro. It really. I have a lot of trust issues. I've been fucked over a
too.
lot in many ways.
Same.
So I'm grateful that I have him, and
Helps that y'all
I
went to
got
high
these
school
guys.
together and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's my
We're
best. Kyle's
cousins.
my best friend. I mean, we're all brothers now, but me and Kyle were best friends since high school.
Shit out that guy.
Yeah.
bro. He helped wash them bike tires off your shoes.
Yeah.
There, bro.
But bro, we wouldn't. I mean, we were doing our thing, and they helped take us to another level.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
It really is a thing. Only good things can only happen with a group effort. It's definitely.
Kanye said something not that long ago, man, where he's like, something, I'm gonna mess it up, but something to the effect of like, nothing's a solo project.
Yeah.
Nothing is a solo.
You know, like nothing's a solo. To your point, you know what I'm saying? Like it takes a team of people.
It really does.
I believe that.
And even then, the team of people to absorb it and listen to it and want to feel it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's interesting that listeners of things, and even us when we listen to stuff, we get a whole different thing out of it than the creator gets. You know, it's really kind of wild.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point, Theo, and that's I
Damn.
don't think that point gets brought up enough either, because the listeners or the audience rather is just as important part of what the fuck we do and what you do. You know,
Yeah.
that doesn't get brought up a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could be a good chef, but if nobody's enjoying
Eating
the
your
shit,
fucking food, yeah.
you know, nobody out there licking their lips or whatever,
Yeah.
or putting a little bit in their napkin for the Doberman at home or whatever,
Yeah.
bro.
Put some
Dude.
Zatarans on it.
Oh, we used to have a lunch lady, bro. She'd take everything, bro. You wouldn't even be done. She'd be like, I'm gonna get this for my dog. I'd be like, bitch, I ain't even had.
Can I have my
had one
crust back?
bite,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to put a fur coat on and fucking hang out on your porch. Then I'm fucking starving because she come take it off your plate.
By the way, this is
before
my
you
first
even
time
got
ever
to
watching
eat.
this
That's too
interview.
funny.
Like, I ain't never.
But you guys love New Orleans. Are you
Watch
guys
this
featured in a
interview
lot of you guys'
before.
videos and stuff? You know, it's obviously like a part of your life that you.
You cool though.
So
You
even
asking
if
a
you
lot of
haven't
cool
felt
questions.
like as much of a fan base here, you guys still have a lot of love for Louisiana.
Yeah. It's
I mean, dude, I think we both have a lot of love for just the Gulf Coast in general. Just this is the region we're from. We're comfortable here.
shaped who we are.
Yeah,
A lot of our personality, style,
sure.
all of that. But yeah, I mean, dude, New Orleans, and someone told us this early on.
I remember this. Yeah.
This is when, so basically, if I can give you a visual presentation, we were trying to go like this: start local, build regional, go like that. And someone informed us. I'm grateful they did. This is when SoundCloud started popping, internet rappers like Young Lean, Bones, Zay when he was Ether Wolf, all that was popping off, and someone was like, you basically gotta attack the internet because everybody here knows who you are. You know what I'm saying? Johnny sees you at the gas station 3 times a week buying cigarettes. Like, he ain't really buying what you're selling. Whereas when you go through the internet, and that's what we did, we were able to create this thing where we got popping in all these other places first, and it literally started from like Russia, and then came
Trickled
back to
down.
New Orleans. New Orleans was the last place.
Yeah.
Really?
The advice was, don't go local to
Crazy.
international. Do the internet and attack an international crowd first, because your hometown is gonna be the last place that fucks with you.
Yeah.
And it's true, because
That
they
was
still
true.
don't fuck with us.
Yeah,
It's true. Like,
yeah,
that ass.
yeah.
You know?
But y'all yells at it's so interesting because there's a lot of New Orleans in it.
There's a lot of New Orleans in it.
You know?
Hey, dude, it shaped us. Me and him, bro, we like worshipped Cash Money.
Yeah.
We loved Hot Boys. We wanted to be Lil Wayne. Like,
No
Lil Wayne
limit.
was a huge influence on both of us. And I would argue that Master P is a huge inspiration to me and him. How that motherfucker started a label, had a rapping career, almost made it to the NBA.
Yeah.
Was putting his son in Nickelodeon shows. He was making movies. This
Well, he
motherfucker's a
did make it to
renaissance
the
man.
NBA.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
one of the first
Then
kind
he
of
played the
black.
game, right?
He was kind of an early
Entrepreneurs.
Tyler
Yes,
Perry,
dude.
Tyler
Yeah.
Perry to everybody, especially
Yes.
from this area. You
And he's
know,
he's like worth like 600 mil, bro. He was a huge inspiration to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
For somebody that could just achieve all that, and especially from being from Calliope Projects. You know, if we're not from the Calliope Projects, what's our excuse of not making it? You know what I mean?
right?
This guy went from literally rags to riches.
Yeah.
Big inspiration on us,
A big reason,
to us.
a big inspiration behind doing the label rather than just focusing solely on
Good
Suicide
point. That's a
Boys.
good point. That was why we did G59.
Yeah.
Because of Cash Money, No Limit.
Yeah.
And then what? How do you get like? Is Cheddar on G59?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Cheddar, Night Lavelle,
Germ Shake.
Germ,
Ramirez.
Shake, Ramirez.
okay.
We
That's
have
the
about 5
lineup.
artists, 6 including ourselves. Yeah.
And so a lot of those guys will tour with you. I know Cheddar toured. The
Mhm.
last tour that I saw, he was on.
2021.
Yeah. So
This year we're taking Shakewell.
Shakewell. Yeah, we
Booyah,
try to
right?
try to switch it up
Booyah, yeah.
every tour, you know. and also set those guys up. But they do a great job of setting those guys up on their own tours so they get their own shine.
Hmm?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
'cause-
saying?
Yeah, Cheddar just came out with an album.
yeah.
What's it called?
Sacrifice and Sabotage.
Yeah, man, he's great, bro.
He's a good dude, bro.
I love him, man. He and I have become pretty close.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's a hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
He is. He got a big heart, bro.
He's
And,
the only person besides me that I know that works
Oh, he's a hard
as
worker.
much as I do, bro. He gets it in.
We try to show the boys love, and we've taken them on Grey Day and stuff. But with the other artists on our label, we try to take them on tour, but also, like he said, set them up on their own tours because it's important. Bro, anything in this world that you get through hard work is going to be yours to keep for a
Yeah.
very long time.
Yeah.
But anything that was handed to you that you got very easily, it's not going to last very long.
Yeah.
You know, so it's important that these guys grind. We're behind them. We support them and push them to grind and make your own audience. You can borrow some of ours, but I don't want that for you because it's not going to last long.
Right.
Yeah.
I want you guys to have your fans that you earned, and I want it to be as big as it possibly can. And
Yes.
whatever we can do to do that, we will.
Yeah.
But I don't think the shortcut of like just giving it to you is going to work.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
And
It's
a
not
lot
gonna
of it's
feel good either.
inspiration.
No, it won't. That's a good point too.
And a lot of it is, even if you're just other artists, you're around each other, you inspire each other, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, I'm learning from this beat or this thing, or
Mhm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is cool, or wow, look what he brought in. And that's, you know, it's definitely like you guys' own, it's almost your own galaxy or something, or your own like solar
Universe.
system y'all
Yeah.
have going on.
Yeah. Thank you. bro.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. What so yeah, what is going to be different about the new music? What do you feel like if you had to be specific about it?
Bro, I think Scott agrees with me. But sometimes when we make albums or projects and we don't really like, I don't know how to explain this. There's been projects that we put out that we thought were great and we wanted to do all these things for it. And like they were great projects and they did their thing and like they came and went. But there's been a couple where we didn't even think about it. And I don't know, I have this weird feeling that this album is going to be huge.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that to promote it or whatever. I'm not really one for self-promotion, but we both have this weird feeling like, it's like when we don't try is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
When we
Yes.
don't try, we make a fucking masterpiece.
Yes.
But when we're trying too hard, we make like some try hard shit.
Yes.
It doesn't sound as good.
Try hard shit. That's such a good term, man.
Yeah, that
'cause-
is good.
Because sometimes we'll work on a clip or something. It's like after we kicked it, you can just tell, like,
Don't
man,
force it.
yes, we
Yeah.
just tried to shine this to or get it, you know, do something, and then we mess it up.
Well, I
You
think
That's
can't-
true with some of my videos.
Well, I
like,
was just gonna, it gets like, we never wanted to be in a box.
I didn't try
We
hard.
said
Shit
that
got
from the
hella
beginning.
views.
We wanted to be able to make whatever we wanted to make at any time. But as you grow a fan base in this community,
Kind of important.
they get they have expectations. Luckily, I feel like a lot of them have grown with us. There's still some of those out there that still. Suicide Boys was better in 2015. We want to always have that. Blah, blah, blah. You were better when you were on drugs, whatever. But to his point, this is my favorite album.
Same.
That I feel like I say that a lot, but like Kyle always says, he's like, dude, y'all just get better and better and better. I don't understand it either. I'm 35 years old. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I should be retiring soon, but I do think one thing that has helped. Suicide Boys sometimes can feel like a job
Yeah.
because there's deadlines, there's like, got to get it done, there's expectations. I think one thing that has helped, like, release the valve a little bit and like let some of the pressure off. He's been doing Duck Boy, which is like his little going back to his roots and doing his band stuff and experimenting and being able to be free. And same with me, I've been able to experiment with some sound solo wise. And then when we do that, I feel like we feel refreshed, we feel loose.
Yeah.
And then when we come back to SB, you know what I'm saying? Like
We're actually excited.
yeah,
You know?
the pressure. Like I don't know how to
Well,
explain.
you can still feel like an individual, I think, because there's something that I'm sure once you're in a group that part of the individuality, it's there, but it's partnered with something.
Yeah.
So to be able to develop yourself more and then bring it to anything is probably pretty cool.
Yeah.
And to still remind yourself that you can develop as an individual.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I bet that's interesting. Is there collabs and stuff on this?
No.
No, we never.
Not really big on collabs.
Right, you guys don't do a lot of it. So I was just wondering, is it something you guys ever think about, or do people reach out about it?
We were supposed to do
Yeah.
something with Ski Mask recently, but The thing is, dude, if you don't catch us when you catch us,
Right.
you're gonna be waiting another year.
Right.
Because we move quick, and if you pass it up, then like, bro, we can't rewind and go back. We have a lot of shit on.
I don't
our
know
own-
the last time you
our
had a
own plates
feature
that
on
we
that
have to get
album.
done, So
That is the hardest part about
it's kind of like
collabs.
how it happens.
Is like getting it back in time. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Like
know
getting it
what
done.
last album it was.
I think it's best whenever we do joint projects like we did with Germ, Shakewell, when we all get in a room together and we're able to
Yeah,
just
unless it was
pound
a
it
joint
out for a week
project,
or
of
two.
course.
Yeah, we just lock ourselves in the room for a week and
Yeah.
I love listening to Sickwell, dude.
Dude, Shake was
Yeah,
a very
he's awesome.
talented fucker.
And he's so entertaining, bro.
Yeah, bro.
What
Yeah.
was I watching that?
He was in that movie.
With
you and
you.
him were in that
Yeah,
movie,
with you.
right?
Yeah.
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 I was thinking about that yesterday.
Oh, we hung out together for like probably 2 weeks
Bro, that's
every
a
day.
solid fucking dude right there.
Yeah, he's
Shakewell.
awesome.
So nice. And just so like, I love how excited he gets when he like gets kind of some information and he's kind of telling you something.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's
He gets that look in his eye.
yeah, it's cool. He's just such a warm guy.
Yeah.
And very talented.
So talented, man. I watched. They have that video. I think it's with Puya. It's like one. It's all shot in one.
Scrubs.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
in a
The gas station.
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
That was really Shakewell's like kind of coming out to the world right there. That was like his
Yeah, it's
debut.
old. It's old.
Which I've been to
but
Scrubs since day one.
the best. There's a comment on it too. It's like, imagine you just going in to pay for gas and you get stuck behind the two guys making a rap video.
That's funny.
But it was great, man. They did
When
it.
all you want is 20 on pump 4 and the dude's ahead of you making rabbit.
Yeah. So good.
Pull that credit card out.
But yeah, man, when he gets those braids, he's got that Native American look in him a little bit. Because then he's part Mexican, isn't
He's
he?
half Mexican.
Yeah.
Fucking
He has
wild,
that
bro.
it factor to him. You know what I'm like? You can have all the talent in the world, but it's just, you got to have that it factor.
With Shake,
dude.
you can tell it just comes naturally to him.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shake
yeah.
had a background in the hardcore world, playing bass in that band Betrayal and shit, that like, metal, rock, hardcore shit. So he had experience in music and playing shows. And I met him, we both met him when we went to LA for the very first time. We go to Fat Nick and Krez's crib. There's like, within, I don't know, a couple hours, it's a party all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, and in LA, I think it just kind of happens. Like, there's no like,
Every day.
plans. Yeah. So we must have met 30 fucking people that night. I don't remember a single one of them until Shakewell was one that was consistent,
Yeah.
like consistently hanging around Puya and stuff. And then we were like, oh, you make music too? And when people tell you that and you like have a little success with music, you don't really know where the boundary is. Like, are they
Right.
gonna want me to listen to it? And like, am I gonna like it?
Yeah.
But his shit was fire.
Yeah.
And we kept our eye on him for a long time.
Did you guys ever tour in any of the same circles as guys like Mac Miller, Lil Peep, those
That's
guys?
so fucking weird that you
Damn.
bring that up. We were just talking about this yesterday. We did a festival once in Sweden called Bravala back in 2017, our first European run. And that festival's not a festival anymore because too many dudes were groping chicks like sexual assault style.
Yeah, watch
So-
it, dudes.
Yeah, watch it, guys. We actually had to cut the show short a couple times to tell them, back up,
Chill
stop
the
trying to
fuck
grab
out.
titties,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mac Miller was at this festival, and that was the first time we met him and kind of kicked it with him a little bit. We also met Linkin Park that day too. Met Chester and Mike, and Chester committed suicide like,
Met
a month after that. It was insane.
That's Sway
Like,
Lee too.
Sway Lee that
Sway's
night.
dope, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a cool guy.
He's
bro.
a guy that.
Bro, imagine
And
me,
Jimmy, we met Jimmy
right?
too.
No, like nobody fucks with us, and I'm walking and I hear, "Hey, Scram," and like that high pitched voice. I turn around, it's Sway Lee. So I'm just, in that moment, what the fuck is going on?
It's pretty
dude?
surreal.
Yeah.
It was one of those moments meeting all them people where I'm like, bro, what the fuck is
Because
going on?
we don't get the nod from a lot of industry artists or artists in the industry rather.
But
So
is
we're
it
always
some of that's by
curious.
design? But some of it that you enjoy that
Sure,
probably, right?
sure.
Like it's probably good you're
Bro,
doing our own
Theo,
shit.
I still work every day like I'm broke.
Yeah.
I'm in the studio every day. I got this chip on my shoulder that I can't get off.
Hey Meta, take a photo.
That's a mindset you gotta have, though.
You know,
I
and
think-
that's part of it.
What do you think that has to do with sobriety?
Being
A
in
little
this-
bit.
I think so, you're right.
100%.
Because I got like that, dude. I would wake up at 1 p.m. on a Wednesday like it was nothing. I didn't give a shit. And now I can't sleep late. If I'm not cleaning
Gotta
the
be
house or
doing
doing
something.
something productive, I feel like a fucking piece
Yeah.
of shit.
Good
I think
point.
sobriety is a big
Good point.
factor.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I fell in love with my work. I don't have a wife or nothing yet or anything, but I think my first love is my work. It's like, and I remember back to relationships I was in. I would get home with my girl. We'd have gone and done something, and then next thing I know, I always remember I'm on my computer. I'm
Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah.
And she's like, waiting to watch a show together, watch a
Bro.
movie, or make some popcorn.
Yeah.
And then
That's how it
after a
goes.
while, she's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm like just sitting
Yeah.
there.
I've been in a relationship now almost 4 years. And it's, to your point, she was like, she respects it. You know, she knows how I am. She knows how I work. She respects it.
I can see how it would get frustrating
But
from the female point of view.
She was like, can you at least just start taking the weekends off and hanging out with me? And I was like, yeah, you got a point.
Bro,
I can do that.
Recently, I had to start like cutting off work at like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock for the West Coast, because with this job, whatever you want to call it, there's no hours. It's not a 9 to 5.
Oh,
Things can pop up at 1 a.m. Things can pop up any day of the week, and you don't know when or where it's coming from. So I kind of, for myself, had to set something up to where it's like after 6, it can wait till the fucking morning,
yeah.
unless it's an emergency.
Yeah.
But I had to put that limit on myself. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you don't realize, you kind of just start to think, oh, I just have to work, but it's not really true. It's your own choice.
and then you wonder, why am I going fucking crazy? Oh, because I have too much shit on my plate. I'm trying to do too many things at once. And again, I would attribute that to sobriety.
Yeah.
But all you guys' stuff is very hands-on. It's like even all your merch, the way it looks, it's like, yeah, it all like, just like the fonts, it's all very specific to you guys' world.
Our merch available next week. You're seeing 2 exclusive pieces.
Shameless.
Really? I
Yeah.
want those.
This is from
dude.
the album.
I'll give you this one when I leave.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I got I got a shirt in the car too if you want.
Oh, yeah.
What size you wear?
Probably
Large or XL?
high M to XL.
Okay.
It's a high M.
Yeah.
A medium motherfucker.
This is a large.
It's a big medium.
So what the fuck's a big medium?
Kind of like a
Never
Toledo
heard that
medium.
either.
I heard a schmedium. I ain't never heard of a big medium.
A big medium.
I ain't
I've
never heard
of
of a big medium.
but never a
Let
medium.
me get them big mediums. Dude, I remember one time, bro, we used to make shirts before the Saints games, right? So it was like we would get them print. Oh, my sister had made love to some dude or whatever, and that shit fell apart, and he left in the settlement or whatever. She got like 350 black T-shirts, right?
Damn, what?
Yeah, like
What?
large ones. So let's just, double XLs. You know what I'm saying? Fucking those brother
That's how I rock
outfits.
it. Yeah.
Tall tees.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah.
That fucking,
The Scott Fountain Blue debut too.
Yeah, I still rock it like that.
Yeah, that fountain blue. It's like a
Yeah.
fountain blue homecoming dress.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's what it is. For men or women.
That's what she got in the settlement?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
So she got 300 of them bitches. So, and she and I were living together off of Claver, and so we're like, damn, bro, we got to make some fucking money, you know? And so we got some Saints shirts printed up, and like with the Saints shit on it, so it was illegal. We couldn't have it.
Bootleg.
Oh, yeah. So we're walking before the Saints games just with ice chests and shit. I quit comedy for about maybe 9 months, and we're walking and trying to sell them bitches. And some dude, angry dude, came up and tried to order a couple big mediums.
Big mediums.
That's what he said?
Yeah, we
He
tried
said-
to help him, bro, but he wasn't willing to negotiate
Yeah.
his perspective of a medium.
Right. Can I put an M in front of this L?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's what
saying?
he wanted to
March.
fucking.
Yeah.
He was negotiating from a real unique
He
angle.
wanted
so
an X medium.
What a guy. I'd like to
Oh.
meet him.
my girlfriend would walk around. I know she was so embarrassed. Not embarrassed. She was supportive, but she was like, "This dude's got to get a fucking job."
Sound like my dad,
Hey.
bro, when we were early on.
Yeah.
He's like, you running up my fucking AC bill, you running up oh yeah, dude. When this shit's gonna work, you need to go get a fucking job.
About music, you mean?
Yeah, this was
Because we were like
early on.
in the studio all the
So
time.
the studio we had was one of those, them sheds you can buy at Home Depot and
Yeah.
like set up. It was
Especially
that.
this is like back in
The brown
2002.
with the plywood one styles.
This was like what's the fake plywood paneling or whatever?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I think I
Plastic
saw a
But it-
picture of those.
My mom did hair in there, and then she quit doing it. We turned it into a studio. So I was living there on the
pretty hard.
couch. We were working in there. He'd come up like 3-4 days out the week and sleep
Everything before I Want to Die was made.
over there.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even some of I Want to Die was.
Some of it,
Yeah, some of it was made in
Fucking
there.
King Tulip.
That place is legendary. But yeah, he was bitching at me, bro. He's like, bro, you gotta go get some fucking money, dude. 'Cause you running my shit up.
funny.
Bro. You got people eating my fucking pantry out and shit.
Oh yeah, bro.
I would
Moms would
sleep over
always
there.
say that.
Well,
You know how for coming from here, bro. They think of Hollywood. They're like, man, this fucking pipe. Like, go to the shipyard, bro. Get a job.
Get a real
You know
job.
what I'm
Yeah, go to
saying?
the shipyard. Yeah. Go through. My mom used to always tell us to get a paper route or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
everybody goes missing in this neighborhood. But yeah, I'm trying to think of the jobs we would get, man.
I would just work in my dad's restaurant.
Oh, snowball
Yeah,
stand, bro. How many
Snowball
families
stand.
in New Orleans that fallen apart
From a
over joint-owned snowball
Yeah,
stand
I don't know,
dispute,
bro.
bro?
Someone should look into that.
People down here take them things fucking seriously, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Depending on like the style of shaved ice it is, the quality of the syrup. People take that shit mad serious down here.
Yeah, like we get the syrup fresh from Italy. People saying all kind of bullshit or
Yeah.
whatever.
You'll have somebody out of state being like, "Oh, a snow cone," and people are like, it's a snowball." Like they get very defensive.
It's a snowball, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
It's a
Dude,
snowball.
My buddy
baby.
Thomas Macaluso used to go to Jesuit. You ever remember him?
That sounds so familiar.
He used to make fake IDs, and he was always telling
That's
those-
a good
Macaluso is
hustle.
like a big New Orleans name. I think.
Yeah,
Like,
his brother's a
it?
cop. Fucking T-Mac, he's the best, bro.
Damn, I just
And he had a snowball stand, and he opened up an Italian restaurant, bro. The total fucking, that's the holy trinity,
right
bro.
there for New
Yeah.
Orleans, a snowball stand. There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Snowball
it.
stand, an Italian restaurant.
Oh yeah, bro.
That also does po' boys.
Oh, for sure, bro.
You know,
Get a snow cone on French bread if you want, bro.
Yeah.
They'll do
oh,
it like
they
that.
do pickle juice in the snowballs. Like that's a flavor.
they?
Yeah, it's a West Bank thing.
Yeah.
They do pickle
Sounds
juice.
like it.
People do everything, dude. Bag shrimp on the side of the road.
That's crazy.
Strawberries.
Bro, I can't tell you how many crawfish shells I see like just scattered.
I
around.
thought we were gonna do this
Chicken
do
bones.
this shit in the woods.
I know
Remember
you
how
had
we
talked about it. I thought about
It's
it.
too hot.
It'd be
bro.
so hot, bro.
and
We
the
would've- yeah.
sound too.
Yeah.
We'll have to catch it. But we got the streetcar going by. This is a.
Oh yeah, this is good.
We were in here last night for a couple hours. These guys were in here.
The vibes are right.
We wanted to make it nice for you guys, man.
Fuck yeah.
So this tour, where will you guys go? Like, I know, like, you guys would go abroad and stuff like that, but, like, are there new places you add? Are there hot pockets? You said Russia was one of the places that...
One of the first.
Dude, that was one of the first places we ever went.
That's
2000 and,
Yeah, bro.
2015, 16.
From fucking Laplace to Russia,
Yeah,
bro?
pretty
Bro,
much. Yeah.
We like brought my dad with us because
He was our DJ.
No,
He was our
bro,
DJ,
yo.
bro.
Not only that, but we didn't want to go to Russia dolo because we were worried about like customs and dude, we had no experience traveling.
If y'all show up in
Like-
Russia, immediately I would put y'all, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh,
Two
bro.
of y'all make one Britney grinder,
It was
bro.
sketch, bro.
Well, I remember
It was
well,
sketch.
two things. One,
Dude,
my dad ended up being the DJ, and it was funny because we had Scott's MacBook,
Didn't we do this
And I-
all for
and I
like
had a-
$1,000 too?
the Russian shit.
Yeah.
It was cheap. I think it was like something like that, $2,000 maybe.
Yeah. Anyway.
How'd you even find out they were your fans?
Somebody hit us up asking if he emailed us. He was a promoter in Russia, asking if we wanted to come over there and play a few shows because we had a fan base out there, and we said yeah, sure. And back then the experience was cool enough. We didn't care about the money. That was just a
Yeah.
bonus. So we went to Russia, did Minsk, Belarus, St. Petersburg, and Moscow.
Yeah.
My dad's up there behind us. First of all, hottest fucking shows ever.
Yeah.
And my dad's on the MacBook, and we taught him like this means press the space bar to stop the song.
Yeah.
If we do this, that means slowly turn
He
it
was
down.
so nervous.
It's
bro.
funny. He's sitting there with his glasses, like, and he was so nervous.
Was
dude,
he
and
in his,
I
he's
felt
in
bad.
his 50s?
He's in his 60s now.
Yeah, he's,
Late 50s back then. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that'll age you 10 years standing.
Yeah.
I could tell he was like nervous as fuck, and I felt bad.
Where was it where they rushed the stage?
That was
Bro.
Minsk.
Hey,
So we're in
look,
Minsk.
If they rush the stage, hit the space bar.
Last
You know what I'm
song, they literally the whole crowd runs
It was
up
Minsk.
on the stage. I look back, I see Uncle Pablo's, I see his dad just sitting there like surrounded by people. He's flipping the fuck out.
He's
was
like,
the
turn
young-
it down or space bar.
Yeah, he was like,
You don't know which one.
it looked like he was
This is-
floating, like they were carrying him. You know?
That was the youngest show we've ever played. All those kids were like 12, 13.
Yeah,
To this day, yeah.
yeah, it was wild.
Minsk was interesting.
I never even heard of Minsk.
It's just right
Yeah,
it's in
same.
Belarus, right outside Russia.
So
Dang.
just the fact that you're even saying that, to think that you could make something, right? That you could make something on the fucking West Bank, that you could make something in a parish, just in a small town, Louisiana, and then there's people in Minsk, Russia.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It trips me
It
out.
honestly
bro.
is crazy.
It really does.
It's unreal, man.
And this year we went back to Australia and New Zealand. Been like,
Europe.
oh, is that it? Holy shit, bro!
That's Russia.
5 in Minsk.
Holy shit!
1305 16. Why they have 13 months there?
Yeah, holy shit! Yeah, what the? Oh no, they put their days before the month.
I remember
Oh.
after this show, this is what Minsk or
Look at him! Look
Moscow?
at him! Look at him!
Minsk.
Look at him by the DJ.
Dad in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my dad fucking DJing.
Focused.
Damn, focused. as fuck,
Focused.
bro.
DJ Uncle P.
He's like, down space bar. Down.
Oh, dude, he was a nervous wreck.
Oh,
Bro,
it's
he
like,
ain't moving. Look
oh,
at
of course he ain't
moving.
moving, bro. He got fucking.
He look like a statue.
Bro, it's like when you're driving with a foot on each pedal.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that is so funny. Bro,
Look
that's.
at this.
Oh, Lord,
Shout out Uncle P.
I think I fell off stage. No, that was Moscow. I fell off stage and this big ass Russian bodyguard, bald dude, fucking dead eyes, just the smoothest thing. My leg falls off. I fall off stage and he just like threw me back on stage. I was like, whoa, that was crazy.
It's wild over there. They'll have children playing with dolls that are made out of stone and shit. Those kids are tough.
Yeah,
They're tough kids. It's a
different
tough
world,
people,
bro.
dude.
It's a different world.
It's a
over
harsh
there, dude.
country, you know.
When you supposed to
I
go to
respect
war with
Russians,
them?
bro. Those people, they get shit done, bro. They're nuts.
They drink vodka and eat what's that shit?
Pussy.
Yeah,
Borscht,
Oh, borscht? Is that
caviar. Some of the best sushis in Moscow.
what- Really?
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
I wouldn't say go out there. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I ain't
I
going
don't know
all the
about
way over there,
nowadays,
bro.
Yeah,
I might go to Metairie to get some.
yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
going all the way
Yeah, go
over
to Mickey
there.
Moto
Yeah.
or something.
What was the place y'all would go eat at and stuff? Did y'all ever, when your family would go out to eat when you were kids, was there a spot y'all family would go that was kind of a nice place?
No, Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut when you could sit down?
Yeah, when it was. You remember that? When it was like
Buffet style.
it had that aura to it. You know what I'm saying? It
Nice,
had that
bro.
aesthetic.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Go in.
I don't think we really ever went out as a family when I was younger.
yeah, we didn't either. Our biggest.
That one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was so nice. Now it's like a trap house for ragu, dude.
bro. Until this, I didn't see past Biloxi. Biloxi was like
Maybe Pensacola. Maybe.
Oh, dude, when I was growing up, bro, if somebody went
Every
to
summer.
Florida, bro,
oh yeah,
you
yeah.
thought they was the fucking richest
Yeah.
guy in the
That's
world.
like the Yat. Like,
yeah.
we're going to Pensacola.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they.
You'd see somebody had a t-shirt that said Florida on it.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Yeah,
this
like-
fucking
There's like
Republican.
a connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you would think.
Yeah.
bro.
100%, bro.
Look at this
Look at
fucking
this, dude.
Republican
Yeah.
over here in
Fucking
Florida.
doing it.
There's a lot of Louisiana people in Florida. You know, it
There
must be
is.
the Gulf Coast. I don't know. It's just so close, but there's so many.
I won't say where,
Yeah.
but we're on the Panhandle, and it's a lot of Louisiana
I'm sure there's any
transplants.
comments
Well,
saying-
Louisiana was some of the first people outside of Florida to realize what a great spot Destin was, too.
Mhm.
Some brave people. I don't even know who it was. Like,
Bro, that
Lewis-
place was
Lewis and
barren
Clark.
in like the 80s.
Yeah.
No police, no roads, no nothing. People lived out there, and let's say they bought a house back then for $30K. I mean, they're selling for like $10 million now. It's
that's
nuts.
crazy.
That
Yeah.
place is hot right now.
We
Destin
could have
was-
bought one, bro.
Who?
Anybody.
I know we should have.
Stupid.
Well, it's funny because you said about the Florida thing. I think it was like if your family from Louisiana goes to Florida for summer vacation, if you went to Pensacola, you guys were well off. But if you went to Destin,
Yeah.
oh shit,
With damn royalty, bro.
might as well just
Yeah. I
fucking
I
roads.
didn't know people that went to
Yeah,
Destin.
your stepdad must have owned a Subway or something.
Yeah.
We had a girl in Covington. Yeah, her
Yeah.
stepdad owned a Subway, and they'd always go to Destin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your stepdad that owned a K&B or whatever.
Those motherfuckers. Dude, I got a blowjob from Jared from Subway's sister one time in the
Nuh-uh.
Florida.
Shut
Yep.
the fuck up.
Was it fire?
Huh?
Was it fire?
Were you like 8?
I mean, I would say I was probably about 5.
No, because he's
Oh.
he's a pedo. You know,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
I
if
see.
it ran in the family or
No,
what.
I mean, I had a pretty small wiener at the time, but I was young, you know? I
Yeah.
had that 4-inch round on me. They discontinued it.
Yeah.
Remember that
$5
bread?
foot long.
Yeah, remember that bread? They used to have that 4-inch round, bro. They got rid of that. bitch.
Subway's always like trying new things and getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah, Subway ridiculous.
Always.
Was that before the controversy with her brother?
That was, let me see, 2002?
are you 2002?
Damn,
That was
brother.
way before the controversy. Yeah.
2002 to 2006, somewhere in there.
That's like right when Jared first started. Like Jared.
But yeah, was it fire?
I wouldn't say all of that. I don't remember that much of it. It was in the quarters late. It was indoors.
It was just something to do.
It was, it was
Was
just
it
kind of a-
toasted?
it was a crazy,
No.
it was toasted.
Did you get a drink and chips with it?
Bro, that would have been crazy, bro. I got a drink and chips with it.
some Miss Vicky's. Yeah.
Oh, the misfit. That salt and
That's a
vinegar.
Subway hack. You gotta buy a bag of salt and vinegar Miss Vicky's and put it on the sandwich. That's
Yeah.
the hack.
I never done that.
Get a little
man.
crunch in there.
Trying to think if I got a good hat. I got nothing. I got nothing.
I can't believe you got blown by Jared's sister. That's insane.
That's
I cannot
fire.
Yeah,
wait.
sorry to tell y'all that too. I just
No,
didn't
it's
Nah,
awesome.
dude, I love it.
That's
I
crazy,
love it.
dude.
I forget about it, and then I'm in New Orleans.
Tell
and
me
I had
more.
to say it. Oh, dude, one time I went and saw High Fly Like Paper, Get High Like
Oh,
Paper.
MIA?
MIA?
Yeah, I went and saw her at
She blew you too?
no, it would have probably been neat, but
Yeah.
I saw the guy from Step Brothers there at the concert.
John C. Reilly?
Yeah.
No, huh?
It was like 4 a.m. she finally went on.
That's crazy.
And that
Here?
was cool. Yeah.
House of Blues or some shit?
Yeah, it was just in the
4
it was over on a warehouse district. No,
Okay.
in Frenchman.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of another good show. Oh, the first show I ever went to was at Rendon Inn. I don't know if you guys remember. It was an old restaurant they
I
used
do.
to have. And Marilyn Manson played there.
Damn. The 90s?
Yeah.
Late 90s?
Yeah.
Something
And
like
we
that?
went to there, dude, and it was crazy.
The craziest New Orleans venue was like, I think it's called the Warehouse.
Yeah.
And all
On
like
River
all
Road?
the dads love talking about the Warehouse. They saw the Beatles and David Bowie and all this crazy shit. But that place
Never
closed
heard
down.
of it.
Oh, yeah. My friend did a
It's too-
documentary
too
on
old
it.
for us.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
think, what's his name played Riders on the Storm?
Jim Morrison.
I think he played his last show there, they said.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
My friend Jesse Williamson did a documentary called The Warehouse.
Yeah, they had a lot of artists go through there. That was like the spot, like back in the day. If you were
Where was that? Was
teenager
it in
in
New
the
Orleans
70s,
or?
it was like a little outside, like by River Road, where like Uptown
That's-
becomes Jefferson.
Oh, okay.
That's where I think it was, is that right?
I think so. There might have been
That up,
more
Nick.
into the Uptown area.
How's that
Yeah,
Nick
it's-
treating?
It's pretty good.
You like the flavor? They're hit and miss, bro, but it's
They hit and miss. Sometimes you don't know if vapes, if you buying them, if they getting them, if they remaking them bitches in the
Bootleg
back.
and shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
bootlegging.
yeah.
that's
Sometimes
why.
you'll smell like a dude. You'll just be like, it's just like the guy's breath at the counter.
yeah,
You're like, this motherfucker that
I'll
made
sh-
it.
yeah.
Australia was tough with the vapes.
Oh yeah.
First time we went, 5 years ago when we went, they only had 1% nicotine. That was kind of a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, and then this last time,
I need that fire.
all the ones that we bought were all these crazy flavors, and we're like coughing up all this shit. I'm like, bro, these vapes are not okay.
That's why I like these. Yeah.
All reliable.
These
Yeah.
this is super light. I don't actually feel like out of commission or nothing like
Yeah.
that. I feel
Yeah.
too heavy. The early Escobars, bro, was too much. I was doing those on road
You get,
one
you
time.
get sick, bro.
Oh,
Like,
I was falling apart. I
Yeah.
couldn't sleep, bro. I couldn't look at my mother.
yeah, it was on
this shit's bad.
Chapatulas.
Yeah, this is a warehouse on Chapatula, so that's where it was. But yeah, that's my buddy Jesse made this documentary. It's so crazy you said that place. Yeah, where did you guys go watch some type of music? Like, was there someplace, a venue that you guys went to when you were young? What was your first show
You
you
did
went
that
to?
way more than I did.
I mean, the first show I ever went to was when I was 9. My parents bought me NSYNC tickets. That was the first. It was like when I was a kid, but
Damn, you've changed. Then.
I've changed as far as like.
my first one was Britney Spears.
Really?
Oh my
Look at that.
bro.
Well,
That's
at least she's a
crazy.
Louisiana local.
changed,
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna say 100%. Y'all.
My
changed.
parents thought they snapped by getting me tickets to Britney. Me and my dad went. It was weird. but-
You and Senior went to
Yeah,
Britney
yeah.
Spears.
yeah, brother.
If you knew his dad, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
I was like
bro?
8 years old. They
You
thought they
probably
snapped.
hated
man.
every second of that.
Yeah, they thought they
That's
snapped,
crazy.
and they did snap. They did.
I did go to like shows when I was a teenager, being in bands and stuff. I lived in Fat City, so they had Cypress Hall, right down the street from the police station on Hesmer. They had the Lions Home. They used to do shows at by the Burger King on Division and Metairie. They had a few. New Orleans was good with the all ages stuff. They had like places
Yes.
for teenagers to go. Me and my friends' bands would put on shows and play, and 100 kids would show up just to have something to do. And then they started after Katrina. A lot of those places closed down, and then it became like mostly bars and House of Blues. But there was a lot of. I was very involved in the music scene when I was younger down here.
The Hot Boy, yeah, when the Hot Boys were running around, there was so much going on, bro. New Orleans has always been a fun place, dude.
Oh yeah,
Fun
I
place
was
to catch
I was
music.
more on the North Shore around that time, and
that's when me and you didn't really speak.
yeah, I
And
was
throughout
deep-
all of high school, I mean, he and I didn't hate each other or anything. We just growing up separately at that point.
Yeah.
They had a band from the North Shore, 8 Candles or something. No,
They had one that got
12
really
Stones?
big.
12 Stones.
Yeah.
That's it.
They
The
had
dude
some-
used to like babysit Kyle or some shit, the singer or whatever, something like that, right?
Really?
Or you grew up next door to that guy from 12 Stones, the singer.
Yeah, nice guy. I went to high school. What's his name? Paul McCoy. Let's look him up.
Bro, I heard a story about that guy that he's on that song, the Evanescence song,
Yeah.
"Wake Me Up," that song. And I heard that they offered him a piece of the song,
Uh-huh.
royalties, or like just flat out 10 grand, and he took the 10 grand.
Wow.
60 grand? Still, that song's made way more than 60 grand.
Yeah.
But he bought a Lexus, bro.
He bought a Lexus.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
bro.
He bought a PT Cruiser.
Dude, my boy Gabe Hall. See if you can look up Gabe Hall Cemetery on YouTube. It's Gabe Hall Cemetery rapper.
He's still rapping now, or is this some old stuff?
It's some old shit, bro. Cemetery rapper.
Oh, then you're gonna have to go deep for this.
Did you ever chill in the cemeteries, being from Louisiana? Or no.
I think it
We
is,
would go
bro.
Sometime at Halloween, people would go do stuff over there. In our town, people would dig one up every now and then.
Really?
Yeah, this is him right here, bro. My boy Curly Q. He used to make these videos, bro.
Oh, let's go.
This is the real shit.
You love this. Wow.
This is my doll right here, bro. This the kind of shit that makes me want to fucking lay on my back with no shirt on, bro.
Oh, let's go.
With the Misfit shirt.
Wow.
He just sat on that mausoleum like nobody's
This
business.
is a-
Bro, he's sitting on somebody's chest.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
I want his confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
It's inspiring.
The
Oh.
arm movements.
Fucking right.
here comes the boy with the fucking dog.
Oh, he going crazy. What the fuck?
Where is this? Do you know?
He all
Yeah,
on
man.
people's graves, bro. He's going crazy.
That's
North
North
Shore?
Louisiana, bro.
How you know this dude,
Why
bro?
are Louisiana people so not self-aware?
That dog got
Like,
repossessed.
at all.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I had this confidence.
Oh, me too, bro. Look how he did. Pull up the second one. He's got another one where he's on a front porch. It should be right next to it.
Look at him,
man.
dab, bro. This is hard.
Yeah, he fucking goes hard with it. Right there next to it. Gabe
How you
Hall,
know? How you know,
really cute.
dude?
Grew up with him, man. Dude
Oh,
was
no
a-
shit. So you knew this
Oh
dude.
yeah, he had the trap house. Fucking right. Let's go, bro. Come on. Every white person I know in Louisiana smokes cigarettes.
100%, bro. They'll smoke them through their nose,
Yeah.
bro. If their mouth is
It's
missing,
just part of the culture, bro.
they don't give a fuck, bro. If your mouth missing, people
Yeah.
fucking smoke them through their
Yeah.
nose, bro.
Yeah.
But dude, the best is his girlfriend's filming this, and she keeps stepping on briars in the grass and yelling at him.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
Stepping on what?
like little briars that are in the grass, little sticks.
Little sticklers or whatever?
Anyway, that shout out to my boy Gay, man. That shit was
Shout out Curly
Yeah,
Q.
shout
funny.
out.
I never thought about that, but it's crazy to see the things
Shout
that
out.
people do to put their creativity out there.
I
It's-
love it.
Everybody's got something, man.
That's
You
some
know?
Louisiana shit, bro. You're not gonna see that in any other state.
That's some Louisiana shit.
You ain't.
The
He's the
confidence,
best, man.
like,
Yeah, it's
is
just
insane.
it's a different kind of swag right there, bro.
Yeah, Gabe's a G. What other? Was there anything else in the news we wanted to look at? I can't remember if anything else happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but them Chinamen, bro, they got a different type of lungs, bro.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah,
I think I still smoke.
somebody got to do it.
I'm glad I still
That's a-
smoke Juul pods. Fuck.
That's a Elf Bar
I'll be
factory.
honored to share their fucking DNA, brother. I don't care.
They hard working, bro.
Yeah,
Ooh, they hitting him a little too hard though. That dude,
That guy's
going
hooked.
for it.
this little dude breastfeeding, bro.
Bro.
He like a damn hummingbird.
Why I say exposed on it? Like this is something bad.
Because they can't be doing that shit, bro.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? This is fucking breastfeeding in Laplace, homie.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Suicide Boys, man. I'm so excited, bro. I'm so excited just to see. And I think you guys are just such a place of inspiration for people. You know, even just talking with you guys today to see you create your own world, you know, and that it doesn't have to be something that mainstream accepts or even sometimes even sees, whether they do see it or not, if you know, but they don't claim to. It's the same thing with podcasting, kind of like
I'm
they
sure.
rarely
Yeah.
ever reference podcast. It's like, but that's because they're not involved in it. It's not
Yeah.
their shit, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys just have such a loyal fan base. What are your fans like, do you think, man? Because that's one of the things that's so intriguing about you guys to me. Is y'all's fans are, it's just different, man.
We've actually we've developed relationships with some of our biggest ones and actually brought them in the fold to like help us out
Yeah.
with certain stuff. I mean, dude,
There's this.
when they tell you, when they're like, dude, you saved my life, you did this, you did that. I mean,
It's hard to hear.
100%,
It's
bro.
hard to process.
Yeah, it wasn't my intention, But at the same time, and this might be more on like a spiritual recovery tip. Ever since getting sober, I feel like I have this responsibility to let these people know that have seen us at our worst, know that, because I never thought there was a way out. I really didn't. I was like, I'm fucked. This is it. This is just what it is. But to let them know that there is a way out, and if there's hope. Don't ever give up. Like, if me and him can do it, bro, we can get drugs delivered on speed dial in the mailbox, bro. If me and him can do it, there's hope for them too. And we used to, when we could, after every show, we would take time out and meet with all the fans afterwards. We never like charging them for meet and greets and stuff like that. Like, oh, someone got more money than this person, so they get to meet us.
I know.
We didn't really like that. But now, unfortunately, it's gotten too big to where we can't do that.
It's harder sometimes. It's true. The venues won't let you stay. There's the things that happen. We try to meet in the lobby after shows.
And not only
But
that,
how do you look at it?
We've been doing this for a long time, and when we're on tour, bro, it's not like
hard.
It's work, dude. It's hard. It's you got to be on point every night. You know, any little thing you can do. If you smoke a blunt afterwards, it can fuck up your throat.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that you got to keep in mind. And sometimes, dude, you know, not every show is good, and not every day on tour is fun. There's times where, like, we might be going through it, and we have to take some time for ourselves. And sorry, like, I know it sucks that we can't meet you this particular night, but, you know, I need to, like, kind of decompress a little bit. So
Yeah, you got to make sure the show is good for the next night. I mean, that's the most important thing.
It's the most
It's
important.
true. Touring is hard. It's hectic.
Oh yeah,
And
dude.
yeah, people don't realize you want to be as good as you can be for just for the
every-
show you just did. Even
Right,
you
right.
know.
Yeah. But no, we love and care about them.
And even if some of them are still using you, there's no
No, but
No,
not at all. Because you
no.
know why? We get it.
right.
I get it, bro. Like, I get it, dog.
And a lot of people can party and they can do it.
I
Well,
tell them that. Like,
Right.
whenever I
you do.
talk to everybody at the end of the night, I feel like it's important to say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if none of this applies to you, like, keep doing what you're doing.
fuck, if you can have a good time and do and
Right. Like, my hat's off to you,
yeah,
bro.
God, you win.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
you
you
got
fucking
it, dog.
win.
You got it. But, you know, I don't know. That speech that started at the end, real quick. That started from me. We just got back to doing shows. We were at Lollapalooza right after COVID. I was feeling all self-pity and feeling bad for myself and all this. So I was given this sappy, like, poor pity me at the end of the show that we did at Lollapalooza, but it just somehow it turned into something else.
Inspirational speech.
Yeah, and into what it is. And
I mean, dude, one of the guys that works for us, he like helps us run our social media accounts, and he works with us on tour doing merch. You know, we met this kid as a fan. It's our boy Six.
yeah,
We met him as a fan because he created the at G59 Records Twitter. And this was so early that Scott and I hadn't even gotten around to making our own fucking Twitter
you know,
yet.
we had fans.
Yeah,
Like,
we had like a few thousand fans, whatever. But he was super in tune with underground music, and he knew about us and loved us. And we messaged him, being like, "Yo, can we have that account? Like, what? You know, it's our name." He's like, "Yeah, I was just making it so nobody else would. You can have it." And we're like, "Okay, cool." And then a few months later, we're actually going to do a little Texas tour, doing Houston, Dallas, a few shows.
And he's there.
And he's in Dallas, and he was like, "We're like, dude, come meet up with us, whatever." He also could get us drugs,
Yeah.
get us some Percocets, some Xanax, some weed, whatever.
Yeah.
needed
And we
that.
met him, and we realized we like this kid, and we're like, you know what? You took the initiative. That's yours. And that's how he became the guy who like runs our social media, is
Yeah.
through that.
Yeah,
And that was, you know, back in 2014, 2015.
yeah.
And to answer your question, that was a fan who is now part of our team.
Yeah.
I lived with him for 2 years. Like, he's like a family
Oh,
member.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, that's how I met Nick, one of our early producers. He emailed and just said, "Hey, man, I like the podcast, and I think I can help." You know, that's how. There's this kid named Aiden. He showed up at a show in Buffalo, right, and shook my hand in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, I can be your photographer tonight." And I was like, "All right, we don't have a
Yeah.
photographer.
Yeah.
So come on in, bro." So fast forward, the show starts. I'm out there an hour later. I see this dude just walking up out the side of the stage, bro, with his cell phone.
Let's go.
What the fuck, dude? So the whole time, bro, he got fucking he's like laying on his back and shit on the floor. Just unbelievable, dude.
I respect the
Oh,
initiative.
he
bro.
finessed me so much, man. But fast forward 2 years later, he's at the show with his family. He's got cameras now, and he's a real
Yeah.
photographer.
No shit.
Hell yeah,
And
bro.
so it's just like,
Hey, at least he was fucking grinding with what he had. You know what I'm saying?
100%,
Yeah.
Brian. He just kind of caught you at the right time. I was walking in, coming up the little tour bus, and it was just like, you know, hey, what's up, man? I can be your photographer. And you kind of respect, you know, sometimes
Yeah.
things got to catch you in the right moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody that can see your Twitter and see that you have a capability before you can even see it sometimes.
That's
It's
actually crazy.
man.
The equipment doesn't give you drive or talent.
Dude, all of our
You know,
videos were
Shot with an iPhone, and I just edited it on Final Cut.
Yeah.
He was using GarageBand to make the beats. You know,
A
like,
free program
I was-
that comes with Mac.
I
You know what I'm
downloaded Photoshop. I illegally pirated Photoshop and cracked it. And the only languages available for Photoshop were Spanish and Hebrew.
saying?
And I chose Spanish because I took Spanish in high school. So I learned Photoshop all in Spanish, just like figuring it the fuck out. So I didn't
Bro.
shell out all this money. I learned it myself because if you have the drive, you have the talent, the equipment does not matter.
We got that free platform
Yep.
that comes when you buy a Mac. That's the whole reason I bought it. Was because it was free.
Some of our biggest songs are royalty-free samples. Like,
Yeah.
that anybody has access to.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. It really is, man. It's inspiring, dude. I feel so lucky to have gotten to do this today, man. I really
Same,
do.
dude.
Bro,
Same.
I'm glad that we met. I remember when you showed up at the. I hope I'm not. Yeah,
At
you're
the
pretty
12-step
open.
meeting.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Oh
when-
yeah, it was cool,
And
man.
when you showed up, and I know how that is, and I
I was
didn't.
stoked.
I didn't want to go up to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it's like to be in the meeting and like just kind of sacred.
Not be anonymous.
well, I
mean,
saw him.
yeah.
I was like, this guy's not doing well.
Yeah.
This dude whiffs. That's what I
so
remember
funny.
thinking.
So we didn't talk that night, and then when I left, I sent him a message on Instagram.
He called me. He's like, bro, you know who's in my fucking meeting? He was stoked. I was
Yeah.
stoked too that he met you.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I think I met Cheddar first.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I did. I don't remember how, but he's just been such a great guy to get to know, man. And yeah, dude, it's inspiring, man. I'm glad you keep people alive, and I know you have guys that you support in those rooms, and
It ain't me, bro. I wish I could take the credit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It
yeah,
ain't me.
bro. Yeah, I'm glad we got a higher power that's trying to help, or
Yeah.
that's helping us help ourselves.
Yeah.
And bro, from Florence to who knows what heights, man. Thank you guys so much just for the inspiration, man. I think to so many young artists and people that if you're sitting somewhere thinking, can I do this, or how do I do this? I mean, it's unreal.
Just do it.
Yeah, it's unreal.
That's
man.
literally it. Just fucking do it. That's the advice I always give is, what did you do to get here? And
Persistence.
whatever. Persistence, consistency, fucking drive, dude. And just taking that first step is the biggest step.
Yeah.
Because you know what? You may think you
You
want to
gonna
be a
fail.
fucking rapper or whatever, but you might actually go to do it and realize, I don't want to do this. This sucks.
Yeah.
And you're not going to know unless you take that first step.
Right, and then
You
I'll
know?
lead you to the next thing. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You might miss the next thing because you don't go to the first thing.
Yeah, bro.
And it's all timing. It's all chess game. Just don't overthink it. Just do the damn thing, and everything will start to fall in place
Yeah.
at some point if it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
facts.
new album.
New World Depression,
World
June
Depression.
14th, baby.
Yeah. Drag him to the
Yeah,
river.
Excited.
Put your body in, check it out.
Fuck yeah.
What was that song?
I can't.
Put your rope around the neck. He's a badass
Ass yellow boy.
Who
Oh, you
they
want
want
some?
some?
Oh man, who?
UNLV.
I'm from
UNLV,
that
yeah, I couldn't
don't
think of
give
it.
a
I had it-
fuck.
I had
Where
it.
were they from?
Here, they're Uptown, I think.
Yeah.
Were they from here?
Yeah, they're from New Orleans for
Yeah.
sure.
We sampled them on the album.
It was
Drag 'em
Uptown
to the river.
Living Violently.
Y'all did?
Yeah, I can't wait. You're gonna love
Oh,
it. Yeah.
Ba-dum-ba-dum.
Yeah.
Dude, that's exciting, man. Ruby Scrim, thank you guys so much, man. Best
Thanks
of
for
luck on
having us,
tour. And shout out Tyrell Shaw for this beautiful art, man, for letting us sit in the back here. That might be Louis Armstrong, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a saxophone, so it might not be, but it's a jazz player.
Either way.
regardless.
Either way, he's got a studio right over here on, I think this is Child Couture. On
Carondelet.
on Carondelet, yeah. So here we are, Suicide Boys. Thanks.
Oh yeah. Gang.
Sure.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze and I feel I'm
That's the end of the interview, bro. Whole 2 hours. Can't believe I sat through all that. I can believe it, but shit, it's a long 2 hours. But appreciate everybody in here that came in here and chilled with me while I watched the interview and shit, and vibed with me and shit. appreciate y'all, y'all. But about time to get off here now. And I'm gonna re-listen to the album like probably another day, probably like Wednesday. Definitely not today. Thought I was, but nah. Yeah, like I said, appreciate everybody for stopping by and stuff like that. I'm gonna catch y'all probably like on Wednesday or something.